All right, so quick intro here. There's this thing going on this month called Advent of Code. It is it's like an advent calendar, but for coding challenges. And I guess earlier this week I saw someone start like a thread on Reddit, in the R subreddit. Seeing if they could see if anyone else was trying to solve it with all the challenges with R. I started a Discord for it and stuff. The R Stats Nerds Discord. So shout out to whoever started that, Mary. Yeah, Mary started it. Go Mary. And yeah, a lot of people are in there doing. A lot of people are in there writing, little scripts and stuff to solve these challenges. And it looks like a lot of people are pretty new, so I thought I'd go through and walk through the first week or so. It's the 5th of December now. First week of challenges real quick and see if maybe there's anything I can share with everybody. So yeah. This is the website, already logged in. You had to like connect an account. I just connected to GitHub. I figured it also makes sense to just have a repo. So I'll update that as I do these challenges. So yeah, let's get the input for this puzzle. All right, it's just a bunch of numbers, plain text. I'll just paste these into a file that get one input.text. Yes, not an R file. Okay. And I've got everything zoomed in, so hopefully it's easy to see. It's a little awkward for me looking at it, but hopefully that makes it better for anyone watching. Hello. Welcome to chat. Welcome to our lesson. All right, so what exactly is this challenge all about? We want to find two entries that sum to. Oh wait, okay. Here's the actual. This is an example up here. This is the actual problem. Find two entries that sum to 220. And what do you get if you multiply them together? All right. Sounds simple enough. Let's see. So we don't have it like comma separate or anything. So I guess we'll just pull this in. I don't know, some way. What does RStudio let us do? Anything? No, just read it like a text file. What if I hit import data set? Okay. Well, actually, make a script. Let's call this day 1, day Q, R. Now we'll see what our options are. RStudio will just like do some of this for us, and so that's pretty convenient. Input text. The first row is not a name. Looks like that pretty much does it. We can take this code preview that they generate, because if we just hit import, it's just going to read it into like the environment, but we want to just have a script that like does this for us. And so yeah, even without, delimiter set to comma, but it doesn't really matter here. It looks like they don't turn that into any code. So yeah, we're just going to copy that, hit cancel, and then paste it into our script here. So we pull in library reader, input, and we don't need to view it after. And we'll just do a comment real quick. It says importing data. So if I hit that, all right. If I load the library and then I hit that, we've got data. So I guess this isn't necessarily like a data frame, but I don't know, is it? Observations of one variable? Maybe that makes it a data frame. I don't know. It doesn't say data frame, so I don't know if Let's see what happens if we do as data frame. Okay, same result, so it's probably all the same. How do I know all of this? Good question. I practice every day. Yeah, boy, some science. I should go put on a lab coat. And I'm using R because other people are using R, and I know how to use R, so hopefully I can show other people how to use R. I think a lot of the people I saw in like Discord or on Reddit were talking about like, yeah, I saw the Python people doing this, or I saw someone else doing this. Do you think we can do it in R? And I'm like thinking to myself like, yeah, you can probably do it in R. And so they aren't necessarily like problems suited for R, I think, but you know, if it helps you learn to use R, then like it's all good. Okay, so now we want to see what all these numbers sum up to when we combine them. So I'm pretty sure there's a function that'll just like thinking in data terms, like one thing I would think to do would be like a join. So make a second column of like all the same numbers, or do like a Cartesian join basically, which is just joining every number to every other number. So we're gonna see if there's a function for that. Our function get every combination, something like that. Applying a function to every combination of elements. What do we got? Outer can create a matrix. Oh, that's gonna like give us the result though. I don't really want that. I want to try and keep things in data frames because they're like easy to look at and easy to understand. Apply. Kind of complicated. Of two lists. Cross function. Oh, I think I just saw it. Expand grid. Yeah, I should have just picked the first. Expand grid. I've seen this one before. I think this is the one I'm looking for. This is what we're gonna do. We're going to do we're gonna do that. So let's just make a new thing, expand grid, and then we're just gonna run it on itself twice. So input, and then I don't think I need anything else. Does that work? One observation of two variables. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I'm dumb. It's because I didn't pick the variable name. Now it should be the variable. Cool, 40,000 observations of two variables. I think that's what we expect to see, because 200 times 200 equals 40,000. Sick. All right. So now we just need to know which combination of numbers sums up to 2020, I believe. Check here real quick. Yeah, sum to 2020. Oh, while I'm here, I'll just blow this up for everyone. So combo, actually, because that's what everyone should probably learn to do in R, is learn how to use dplyr. So I'm gonna call in dplyr at the top here too. And we're just gonna use that to play with data. Let's take our combo and we're just gonna do some transformations of it. So mutate is gonna be how we get new variables. And so we can just call it sum, and we can say it's var1 plus var2. That's just what expand grid ended up giving us. So when we used expand grid, it created this new data set over here called combo, and it just named our variables for us. There might have been some arguments I could have put into the function, but we're fine with var1 and var2, so we're gonna call it that. So we're gonna have this new variable called sum, and it'll just give us what var1 plus var2 is. So if we just look at that real quick, actually, we'll call it something else just so we can go through things step by step. We're gonna call this summed just because that's the like state of the step of the process we're in. So summed, it's the same thing we had before, but now we have this sum column. And it looks like it's working fine. We can spot check a couple of these and say, yeah, like that's those two numbers added up. And this is why I wanted to work with like data frames, because it's easy to click one, look at it inside of RStudio, and just make sure everything looks how we expect it to look. And so keeping with this sort of like step-by-step pattern, now we can do a new data frame called filtered. And so normally you could do like all of these in like one go, but I think, you know, for the sake of making this easy to follow and understand, I'm just gonna split things up. But once you've done it like over and over and over and over and over again, it's like not that hard, I think, to do things a few steps at a time. And I'll show you what I mean by that later. So let's do a new data frame called filtered. We're gonna use dplyr's filter function, and we're going to set it to sum equals 2020. And so this is gonna say, hey, look through the sum column in this data set and find us any rows where sum is equal to 2020, and just give us the whole row of that data set. So if I run that, we look at filtered, we've got 2 rows, but that's just because we looked through the list twice. And so one is where we did one number first and the other number second, and then the second row is the opposite of that, but it's still the same combination of 2 numbers. And so if we, let's see, the next step, let's check admin code. So we have our 2 numbers. Now we want to see what we get if we multiply them together. So we'll make another variable just like we did with sum. And so this time we'll do multiplied, new name for a data frame. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just giving them a name so that I know what step we're on, basically. And we're gonna take filtered. We're gonna pipe it into another mutate function. So last time we used mutate to add functions together, this time, or add variables together. This time we're gonna use mutate to multiply them. And so we're gonna call it product and set it equal to var1 times var2. So if I run that, we've got our same thing we had before, but it's the 2 numbers multiplied together. And so this should be our answer for admin of code, day 1. Let's go paste it in. That's the right answer, 1 gold star. Oh, and there's a part 2. Okay, I was wondering, because they said like it's 25 days of challenges and you get 1 gold star per challenge. So I was like, wait, oh, but there's 50 stars total. So I was like, well, how is there 50 stars if there's 25 days? Now I see, there's a part 2. Oh, and this time we'll do the same thing, but with 3. Okay, so let's go back to our code and clean it up a little bit to make it a little more streamlined. And so in this case, or I should say, in order to do that, let's combine some of these steps we took. And basically what we can do is just take all of these like pipes we made in these functions and just put them all in one like sequence of functions, as opposed to being split up into a bunch of different steps. So we're gonna call this one result, because it's the last thing we needed. And so for part 2, we'll want to do that with, we'll want to do it with 3 So instead of 2. So I think we can basically just repeat the same process. I'm trying to think if it's worth taking the time to like get more in depth than this. I think maybe not for now. I think I want this to be mostly intended for like a beginner. So we're not gonna like, let's not like make a function out of this that takes like an argument for 2 or 3. That'd be a cool way to do it, but let's not for now. Yeah, so using the above example, 3 entries that sum to 20 are this. Yeah, so same input data was a product of the 3 entries that sum to 2020. All right. So let's call this part 1. And let's just like repeat it down here again and call it part 2. And so we can just take our code, repeat the process, except this time. All right, I'm not sure if expand grid takes more than 2 arguments. So we're gonna find out by just clicking it and seeing if it works. Yeah, so now we have like 8 million rows. That worked fine. And so we should be able to just incorporate our new var3 into the code we already made. Sorry, just gonna clean those up a little there. And make sure that's a multiply. All right, so whereas previously we did var1 plus var2, now we're gonna do var1 plus var2 plus var3. And then for, we're gonna do the same filter. We still wanna see where sum equals 2020. And then we're gonna get the new product again, this time using var3 instead of just 1 and 2. And so if I run this again, and we look at our result, we will have more rows this time, because again, we're like just seeing the same set of 3 numbers just in every possible combination. But the sum is always 2020 and the product is always 267 million. I'm like jumping the gun on these zeros. Yeah, 267 million. So yeah, there's our new number. Let's go paste this bad boy in. All right, that's the right answer. Closer to saving your vacation. We've completed day 1. Yeah. All right, now what do I do? Day 2, I guess. All right, so since I'm working in a Git repository, I'm just gonna save this real quick and make a new folder for day 2. So here's like the root directory of the repo. And now we're just gonna make a new folder called day 2. Cool, that was pretty quick. Hopefully relatively clear. If that's not the case, you can let me know. Okay. Password philosophy. Your flight departs in a few days from the coastal airport. All right, I'm gonna skip some of the storyline here. Hopefully that doesn't make it too boring. To try and debug the problem, they've created a list, your puzzle input, of passwords according to the corrupted database. For a policy, when that password was set. For example, suppose you have the following list. 13 A B C D E. 13 B C D E F G. 29 C Z Z Z Z Z. Each line gives the password policy and then the password. Ah, I see. The password policy indicates the lowest and highest number of times a given letter must appear in a password. 1 to 3 A means that the password must contain A at least 1 time and at most 3 times. Cool. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky actually. This is definitely not your typical R problem. Like the last one was already like kind of like on the edge. This one is very much not something I would try and solve in R, but hey, you know, a lot of times you have to scrape your own data, and it's not always clean when you get it. Sometimes it looks like this kind of garbage. Let's see. All right, so in the password above, 2 passwords are valid. The middle password is not because there's no B's in it. So how many passwords are valid according to their policy? All right, we are getting this again. Back to our studio. Let's close our day 1 stuff. I'm going to restart R just to clean up the environment here. I could also hit Control-Shift F10 to do that, but I just wanted to go to it on the bar in case no one's seen it before. All right, so we're gonna start a new file, put all the data in, put it in day 2. Again, we're gonna call it input.txt. Yeah. Okay, so reading this one in is gonna be fun. I think we can probably just do it the same way we did before. We're just gonna have to clean the data a lot more before we get into actually solving the problem with like code. So we're gonna have to spend a bit more time cleaning. All right. So let's use reader again. So we'll hit imp or is it reader or base? I don't remember which one I clicked. I think I might have just clicked base. Oh no, I definitely did not click that. I clicked reader. All right. Browse input for day 2. Let's see if it previews it right. No. Delimiter. Wait, I think white space will work. No. Wait. Yeah, it did. Okay. All right, looks good. First row is not names. All right, they're just going to be called X1, X2, and X3. And we are going to get, yeah, it looks like it's doing just fine. Hopefully advent of code is consistent with the input data they give us and not, and we don't have to worry about like row number 433 messing up everything. Input, not input. And then again, we don't need to view. So we're gonna run all that. Input, 1,000 observations, 3 variables. Perfect. And so, all right, now we need to clean things up. Let's do, let's call in a couple libraries. Dplyr again. Oh, one thing I skipped over before. Okay, if I make like a video, I'll just have to edit this to the beginning. Packages is where you sort of install, I guess. Yeah, install is the right word. Install extra packages to work with R. These are both packages I have installed. Reader might be installed by default, seeing as how RStudio just sort of like offers you that option there. But if you don't see that option, then maybe it's not there by default, and maybe you need to come over to install packages. And so if you don't have them already, you can type in reader. Yeah, so there's one. You can type in dplyr. That's the one I used last time and the one I'm going to use again this time. And then stringer is probably going to solve a lot of our problems this time around. So you could type these in here and click install if you don't already have them. So yeah, like I said, I think we're going to want to use stringer here. You don't have to use packages. All this stuff can be done just like without package. The code just ends up looking different. You'll use different functions. They'll take different inputs, possibly give you slightly different outputs, possibly. But you can solve them without any of these packages. I just think it makes it a lot easier. A, to think about the problems. B, to write the code, and C, to read the code later. So if it was if it's code I didn't write and someone gave it to me, I'd be like, oh, this is pretty easy to understand. And hopefully, you know, the inverse is also true. Like if I gave this code to someone else, they would think, oh, that's pretty easy to read. Versus using default R. They might look at it and sort of be like, whoa, I've got like some things to learn here. Or I'm gonna need to stare at this for a few minutes to figure out what it's trying to say. So Yeah, so we've got our data set. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to split this 9 and 10 into two separate variables. So one variable with a 9 and one variable with a 10, instead of being the instead of having this sort of this hyphen in the middle here. Basically, because these have non-numeric characters and it's multiple numbers and it's trying to convey some sort of rule, right? This column here isn't actually like a single number. Like, we couldn't do multiplication on this. Like, it's gonna look at this as like basically the same thing as like the letters ABC. So we want to split this into just a 9 and just a 10 so that they're obviously numbers and we could use them as inputs to other functions. So let's do input. We'll call this one cleaned. So cleaned is going to be our new data frame. It's going to start with input, and then we're going to mutate it. And so the first thing we're the first thing we're gonna want to do is input two new numbers. So we're gonna call them min and max. Min will be equal to something and max will be equal to something. How do we want to do this? So we're probably gonna want to do, I think there's a way we can split a string based on a character within the string. And so this 9-10 is a single string. And I think there's a way we can split it on this hyphen. And so the result would be everything to the left of the hyphen and everything to the right of the hyphen. So let's do that. So let's do string, let's see what we got. String split. Let's see, is this the stringer function, or is this a default function? Okay, this is a default function. We might not even need stringer. Here I just pulled up the documentation by typing in a question mark in the function name. Really useful thing you can do whenever you don't know how to use a new function. Or whenever you think you know how to use a function, but you're like not quite sure, but you do remember the name of the function, so obviously you can type it in. That's what I just did. Takes a character vector, takes a character to split on, and what does it return? What do we get out of this? That's what I want to know. A list the same length as X. Okay. We could use this. There might be something in stringer can use instead. Oh, I might not have loaded the library yet. Can I do this? Yeah, documentation for the whole package. I don't think it's gonna show us. Oh, wait, here it is, index. Click index and we can get to all of the different functions available in the package. Let's see. We want to split things. Is there something called a split? String split. Yeah, everyone loves regex. Yeah, I saw some people like complaining about, or like not necessarily complaining, but I guess like someone wrote like a meme and it was just like, I have to solve this problem and it needs regex. So now I have to solve two problems, and like it's like funny, but once you get used to regex, it's like it gets super nice, I think. Like it's just really useful. So yeah, string split. What's the difference between fixed and not fixed? A character matrix within columns. Doesn't sound like something we need to bother with. Simplify false. Returns a list of character vectors. If true, returns a matrix. I'm even getting a matrix, dude. I just want to see like two numbers. Yeah. let's do string split. Our string is gonna be this x1 variable, and our pattern we're gonna split on, in this case is super simple. It's just the hyphen. We don't need to get any more complicated than that. So let's do a test real quick. So if I do string split, and instead of running it on the x1 variable, let's run it on like the whole column. So let's call input x1. We want to see what we're gonna get when we run this. So here's what we're getting. We're getting a bunch of lists that contain 2 numbers. And so if we were to just run it on the first element of x1, we're just gonna get 9 and 10. So that's cool. And now I want to see how we can get just one number out of it. And so since we're getting 2 numbers back, I'm just gonna type 1 here. See if that gives us just 9. No, but I think if we double bracket it, no, we still don't. Oh my god, it's so like, this is probably where I want to use simplify actually. Simplify equals true. There we go. Now we're just getting a 9. Let's see, do I still need the double brackets? No, I don't even need the double brackets anymore. Okay, so simplify true comes in handy here. It's just saying, hey, don't give us a list of lists of lists. Like, no need to nest it. Just give us the number we want. So this is the sort of pattern we're going to use here in our functions down here. So we're going to use simplify equals true. We determined we want to have that in. And so 1 is going to say give us a number on the left of the hyphen. And simplify equals true. And then 2 is going to give us a number on the right of the hyphen. I think. Let's see. Having function mutate. That's because I didn't run dplyr yet. All right, so cleaned. Oh, funny. All right, so it didn't work the way we expected because it's only pulling 9 and 6 for everything. What did I do? Okay, so running on x1. What's it doing? It's only taking 6 instead. I think it doesn't know how to work with the column. Let's see. Let's see if maybe like adding these back in solves the problem. No, it doesn't. I might have to use like per or something. Oh god, it's like not at all what I would want to do. It's like totally overcomplicating it. Yuck. We can try the base string split, see if that's any easier. In fact, I'll just comment these out and we'll try it again with string split base. So we'll pull up the doc for that real quick. And then let's see what happens if we split it with string split base. Let's see. We'll do our test again first, actually. So we'll start with input. All right, similar to last time. This one doesn't have a simplify argument, so we would want to pull something out of it. Ooh, you know what maybe we can do? If we just make it give us a vector instead of a list, maybe that would help. Because right now it's giving us like a list of the results. Maybe we can do like as numeric or something like that and see what we get. And then it might just give us the vector instead of a list. Let's see, string split, blah, blah, blah. List can't be coerced into double. Yikes. What about that? We coerce this one. No. Oh wait. Input. The answer is probably still no, but oh no, this one actually worked. It just gave us 1,000 numbers though. Oh wait, and it omitted 1,000. That might actually be what we want. Let's see, 9. First number 9, second number 6, third number 4, 9, 6, 4. That might actually be a winner. All right, let's uncomment these. Let's just do as numeric. So simplify didn't do everything we wanted, but adding as numeric might. Okay, so no errors there. All right, we're still getting 9 and 6, so it still isn't liking the fact that we're running it on the whole thing. Let's see what they want. Put 9, 10, string splitting. So we're giving it a list. We're getting back matrix. Character matrix within columns. Maybe we could just like get the matrix and then join it to our data set. Maybe that's easier than trying to start using per or something. Let's see what examples they give us here. Roots is just 2 strings. They want to split on the word and. What's the number do in number of pieces to return? Default everything. We're gonna get 2 for everything, I think, so that's fine. Yeah. We've got as numeric. Let's just go back to square one, see what, let's add pieces in step by step. We've got string split on x1, but we think it's doing it on the entire list and not just the first row, which is what we'd normally expect from mutate to work with our data frame. Maybe we need to like, I wonder if making it like a tibble first would help. As tibble. Maybe it won't try and do things weirdly. Oh, use as underscore tibble. Yeah, we can do that. So now we're getting, oh, that actually just worked. Okay, so it had something to do with our initial structure. Let's see, cleaned is giving us 9. Let's see if 1 and 2, putting those back in helps. No, it's still giving us the whole thing. So tibble isn't what fixed it. It looks like the fact that we're using the brackets here is what's changing it. So now if we look at cleaned again, yeah, so it's giving us this, it's considering this one the first number and this one the second number, instead of us getting the result. So maybe using fixed instead would help. Let's try that and just see what happens. Doesn't like that. That's because it doesn't want us to use simplify anymore. Put min, split, fixed. string pattern in. Oh, so in doesn't have a default. So we'll do 2 for in. That. And it's doing the same thing. Okay, then. Yeah, let's try just getting the matrix out of it and see if we can do a join. Let's do string split, simplify, true. What did I do? Get rid of that. Yeah, so this is giving us 500 rows of 2 data points. So this is essentially our min and max side by side, I think. Let's look at the first row. 9 and 10. If we look at our input is 9 and 10, and 6 and 8, and 4 and 6. I think that was, it already scrolled the console down too low, but I think it was also, I think it was giving us the right numbers. So let's do, we'll call this min-max, and this is just gonna be a matrix. But it is 1,000 rows like our data, and it's 2 variables like our data. And so we can use it. So instead of doing this mutate, we'll just do a bind calls. And so that's gonna take our 2 data frames, or well, 2 data tables, matrices, 2 data objects, I guess, and just say combine them side by side. And so we're going to use bind calls. It's running it on input, and then we also want to run it on min-max. Let's see if it's mad at us for doing that. Kind of. What did it do? We got 9, 6, 4, 12. And then it named this one 4. So I don't think it liked that a whole lot. So let's turn this into let's just turn this one into a tibble as well. Does that work? V1 and V2. Yeah, that's fine. 9, 10, 6, 8, 4, 6. I believe that's our numbers. And now let's run that again. And let's see if it's happy with us. There we go. V1 and V2 contain 9 and 10, 6 and 8, 4 and 6, 12 and 15. So we got the answer we wanted, or we got to the step of the process we wanted to get to. We're just not, I'm not super happy with how the code looks in terms of readability. It's like, okay, we pull in our input data, and then we like get a matrix out of our variable and then turn it into a data frame so we can join it later, even though there's no like join condition. We're just trusting that the rows like match. And so it's like, I think it's not particularly clean, but it does get us where we want to get to. All right. Here we'll do, and so now we'll work on the next variable, which is that letter variable. Again, we'll probably just want to use a stringer function. This time, it should be a simpler process. We just want to say, hey, we see that there's the letter M and a colon. We just want to get rid of the colon. That's basically it. We're going to want to use that letter M in some sort of test to see if the password meets the conditions. And, you know, we don't need the colon, basically. The colon's just there to like mess us up, but it makes the text file more readable, I guess. So let's see, what have we got inside stringer? String. Can we like get rid of something? String remove. That sounds good. I'm gonna get rid of that for now. String remove. Our string is gonna be x2. And, oh, we have to name our variable. We'll call it, let's just leave it x2 for now. We don't really need to retain the M with a colon, so let's just, or the character with a colon, so let's just get rid of it. String remove x2, our string is x2, and our pattern will be colon. Here, let's name our argument so it's obvious what everything is. So if we run this now and look at our new cleaned, x2 now has no colon. MWNP colon is gone. That's what we want to see. Alrighty. Okay, so we know our min and our max. Let's take a second to, let's just clean things up a little bit. So let's do rename here. And so instead of v1 and v2, we'll call them max. So we'll say min equals v1, max equals v2. And so now when we look at the resulting data set, instead of seeing v1 and v2, they're now named min and max. And so that'll make them easier to work with. x2, x1, x2, and x3, we'll rename those as well. We'll say x1, you are now going to be called limits. Well, x1 can stay the same because we're already using x1 in this function. We can just leave it there. Let's change x3. That's the main one I want to change here because it's just, we're going to want to use it, and it's just a bunch of characters. Like it means something, so let's like call it something that it'll actually mean. Oh, I put these on the wrong side. x3. Now if we run all this again, just redoing our process from before. So now we have x1, x2, password, min and max. Then x2 we'll call, what do we want to call it? We'll just call it character. It's just our special character, or letter actually. Character might make it look like we're talking about something programmatic, you know, something with like the language, or we're talking about strings. I'm just gonna call it letter so that it's more like just a name of what it is, as opposed to risking it getting confused for something related to programming or code or functions. I don't want that to happen. Cool. So, all right, now we can start actually just testing to see if our passwords follow the guidelines set by the rule. And so we can do that by saying, let's call it pass test, because we're going to test passwords. We'll take our clean data and make a new, variables to see if it passes the test, or to perform the test, I guess. So the first thing we need to know is how many of our letter is inside of password. And so again, Stringer probably has a function for this. String count, even without reading what this is, I'm gonna assume it's probably what we're gonna wanna see. Let's do string count with a question mark. Gives us an integer. So it's probably going to count the occurrence of the pattern within the string and give us an integer of how many times it occurred. That's my assumption. That's kind of what it looks like based on the documentation. I think we will be, I think we're gonna get what we're expecting here. So let's see, we'll just make a variable called occurrences, set it equal to string count. Our string is going to be password. Sorry, I said I would name these. I should. And our pattern is going to be letter. So let's see if this works. Pass test. Cool, so now we're getting the number of occurrences of the letter in our password. First one gave us 8. That looks to be correct because we have 4 in the front, 3 in the middle, and 1 at the end. 4, 3, and 1 makes 8. Let's see if we got 3 ins from here. There's just 3 in the middle. So yeah, it looks like it's running how we expect it to. If we can check a couple and see that it works, that's usually a good sign. So now we have occurrences. We know how many occurrences are. Next, we want to see if our number of occurrences is within the bounds set by min and max. So occurrence is already made. So if we want, we can start using occurrences in other new variables. So we're still inside of our mutate. Let's do a, let's just call this one a test. Because we're testing, to see if it follows the rules. I feel like test is probably like the thing everyone calls something when they're just trying some code real quick to see if it works. And so like, I feel weird actually calling something test, seriously. It is a test. Or maybe that's just me. Whenever I'm just like, I want to see how a function works, I'm always just like test function, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it feels funny naming something test and actually using it. So let's see, our test that we want to see, it's just going to be logical. So this is going to be really similar to what you see in like any other programming language. So let's check that occurrences is greater than or equal to min, and occurrences is less than or equal to max. And that should just give us the like logical outcome, true or false. Did I click the right one? No, it's called pass test now. False, 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 true. And let's make sure it's working. 12 is between 12 and 15. Yes. 8 is between 9 and 10. It's not, it's false. Good. Awesome. So it looks like our test is working. Now we just need to know how many pass the test. So if you remember from day one, we had a function called filter we can use from dplyr. Let's do test equals true. And so now we're going to get rid of everything where test equals false. We're down to 351 observations. All of these are true, so we know we used the filter right. Let's submit our answer. Where are you at? Don't need to do anymore. Let's see, I think that was the actually, let me make sure that's actually the question. I haven't looked back at this in a minute. How many passwords are valid? Yeah, so that's what we checked. So the answer was 351. It's not the right answer, it's too low. What did we do wrong? Does it have to be, is it inclusive or exclusive? At least one time. And at most 3 times. Okay, that seems fine. Is at least one. The first and the third are valid. They contain 1A or D. Both within the limits. Effective policies. Okay, let's see what we're doing wrong. So let's just look at pass test without filtering out first. So we have this password. We're looking at the letter M. We want to see between 9 and 10 occurrences. Make sure we're reading this right. How many passwords are valid? Okay, so we want the valid ones. So this is invalid. We have a false. This is valid. We get a true. Let's see if maybe there's anything that went wrong in our data. Let's see if we have like anything missing. Any holes in our data? Occurrences 0, occurrence 20. These seem like solid passwords. I should try them. Our letter ever. Let's see. Is.na is like a test you can do. So let's do pass test $, letter. Oh yeah. And we want to know, are any of them NA? Okay, so letter is good. Occurrences is good. And that's the case, test should also be good. Okay, so there's no nulls, nothing's missing. So sometimes if if there's some weird like exception to like the functions we're using here, like string count or something, you know, maybe one of these results from string count or string remove would just give us like a missing value instead of like an actual answer. So that's what I wanted to test for there. Looks like that's not the case, so we're okay. But we're still getting the wrong answer. Let's take a look at our input text. Let's make sure our data we're actually getting matches our input text file. Let's go down to the bottom, because if anything went wrong above, we'd see it at the bottom. So the last one is 17 to 18b. 17 to 18b. The password is whatever that is. I'm not going to try saying out loud. So what's going on? Oh, here's a weird one. 7 is between 1 and 13, but it's giving us false. Did I write my logical check wrong? Occurrences must be greater than or equal to min. So 7 is greater than or equal to 1. And occurrences must be less than or equal to max. 7 less than or equal to 13. So this should be true and true. But why isn't it? We can see how many S's are in there. 7. We're getting 7. There are 7. That's good. But we're not passing our test. This one next to it is true. So this one is the right answer because 17 is greater than or equal to 17 and less than or equal to 18. So some of these are failing. Let's look at our data types. Are we working with numbers here? Min and max are characters. So there might be something wrong with the way we're comparing characters to numbers. Let's see that. Let's update that. So in this mutate here, I think we already have our min and max in the data. So we're gonna say min equals as numeric min. We're gonna say max equals as numeric max. Let's run everything again. And our answer before was 351. Let's see if we get a different number this time. 469 this time. Okay, so that's probably what was going on. So R was letting us compare letters to numbers. And in some cases that was working, but in some cases it wasn't. And so I don't know off the top of my head why it would do that, but probably someone on Stack Overflow has like asked this question. I'm sure there's like a detailed computer sciencey answer out there for it. So feel free to do that research on your own if you're interested. I think I'm just gonna go with the I'm okay with my limited understanding, just saying like, hey, I made a mistake because I tried to compare numbers to characters and that doesn't really make that much sense. All right, we got the right answer this time. So let's go ahead and save this. I didn't save it yet. What did I call the last one? day_1.r. Okay, we'll try and keep that consistent. day_2.r. Okay, so let's do I don't know which part is, I don't know what part 2 is going to ask us yet, so we'll split it up as needed. Part 2. While it appears the validated passwords correctly, they don't seem to be what the official Toboggan corporate authentication system is expecting. Shopkeeper suddenly realized they just accidentally explained the password policy rules from his old job. Oh, it's the old job. So the letter describes 2 positions in the password, where 1 means the first character, 2 means the second character, and so on and so forth. Be careful. have a no concept of an index 0. Okay, so we're starting at 1. Exactly one of these positions must contain... Okay, so out of all the positions, only one can have the given letter. So in this case, Jesus, what a password policy. What a realistic problem we're solving. Okay, so 1 and 3, one of them has to be A. In this case, 1 is A and 3 is not. That's fine because exactly 1 has to have the character. 1 and 3 needs to be. In this case, it fails because neither of them are. In this case, it fails because both of them are the character instead of just 1. Okay. So we still... So this time we're not going to call it min and max, but we're going to call it like position 1 and position 2. But we still need both of those variables. So we're going to call this part 1. Let's just copy everything we've done so far because we're probably going to do something pretty similar below. We'll call this part 2. We'll call this positions instead of min max because we're solving a slightly different problem. But we still want to pull these in as variables we can work with. We still want to combine them. So instead of using min max, we'll use positions. Replace min with pos 1 and max with pos 2. Letter will remain the same because we're still using the letter. And so now we're going to need to know all of the spots where the letter appears. We're going to need to know all of the locations where letter appears within password. So this is a little more complicated because we're going to get results of varying length. And so I think we can, there's sort of a roundabout way we could do this. I think obviously the right way to do it would be to take like a vector of the positions and do like, you know, count the matches basically. But I think, I don't know, that might be harder than doing it in a slightly less clear way. What's the best way to do that? Should I go for clarity or for simplicity? What a conundrum. So this one would give us a whole bunch of numbers. Oof, yeah. Let's go for clarity over simplicity here. Clarity's good to go for. All right, this is going to be weird because we're going to be getting vectors. I don't know if our data frame is going to like that, but we can probably do it. We might have to use per actually. Per is good for list columns. So that might be what we need to do. But yeah, I'm thinking ahead a little bit. Let's just take our problem one step at a time. So in this case, occurrences is not going to be the number of occurrences, but the location. So let's call it locations. Indexes would also be like a good way to describe it. It's going to be the place where it's found. So let's check our stringer package functions. Let's see, detect, I think, just gives us a true false. Locate all might be what we want. Locate sounds good. So does match. Match just might be like true false or something, whereas locate might actually give us the location. Let's see. If I do string locate, let's see what I get. Value for string locate, an integer matrix. The first column gives the start position of a match, and the second gives the end position of a match. Okay, so it's like it works for things that are multiple characters long. In our case, it's going to be single characters. We're just looking at letters. Let's let's run this test code and like see what we get. I'm just gonna go down a little bit. Let's run this. So fruit. If I run $, oh, it's because it's regex. So because it's using a pattern, we aren't actually looking for a $, so that's kind of confusing. But if we are looking for an A, we can see we get a start and end of 1 for apple, 2 for banana. Okay, so this is string locate 1. We actually need to locate all. Oh boy, look at it go. Because we're working with single characters, we only really need start. Can I do start here? Because it's like start within the things. Ugh. Man, it's only like day 2, part 2, and I'm already having to like use per. This is actually like, shout outs to anyone who's like using Advent of Code to like learn R for the first time. These are actually, I think, probably pretty complicated problems. Anyways, let's get I guess we're gonna have to use per. Yuck. Not yuck because per is yucky, but just because it's hard for beginners, I think. I'm sure other people would probably love to tell you about how per is super useful and easy to use. I just had a hard time learning it, I guess. Gonna try not to be biased here. So locations per. Let's just stick with our thing where we call in packages. So like I mentioned before, if you don't have the package, you'll need to go to packages in RStudio and install it by typing it in. Per has 3 R's. And so you can type that in to install it there. I've already got it, so I'll load it up. So we're gonna use per, and I believe just map. We only need to, well, God, we might want to use map. Actually, do we need to use like pmap? How many things do we need to check? Maybe we can split it into multiple steps so we don't actually have to what do you call it? So that our function just doesn't look too complicated. So we'll use per map. We're going to map over. We're gonna work with cleaned here. So we're gonna map over our. Gonna map over password and letter. So actually, let's do map 2 because map 2 is just like. It just says we're going to be using 2 inputs is what it means. So we've got .x, .y, and .f. And these arguments are our, it's basically saying x and y are our 2 inputs, and .f is like the function we want to run. So x is going to be, let's actually start with our function. So the function we're using is string locate all, and the 2 inputs it takes are string and pattern. So x will be string and y will be pattern. So x will be string. The string itself is password. And y, the pattern, will be letter. Let's see what we get from that. Oh no, what do I need to do? Mutate, argument pattern is missing with no default. Maybe I need to actually just say string equals x and pattern equals y. Oh, I need to, okay, locations is already there. Object y not found. All right, we're gonna do that thing where we look up the documentation because I might be misremembering how to use this. So the dots are for when we want to use like a formula method. Let's just use x, y, and what is the best way to do this actually? x, y, and function name, but this is where you don't specify arguments. So maybe it's better to specify. Okay, so we'll do .x, .y. Here we'll do a squiggly. Say strings .x, patterns .y. Let's see if that runs. Unexpected. Bum ba da bum ba da bum. Why were you unexpected though? Let's find more examples. Map to mods, predict. This is kind of a complicated example. Maybe I can take these out and just do it the way I was kind of going for initially. Let's see if it likes that. No. Argument.f is missing. Maybe I still have to call it .f. Maybe I still have to call it .x and .y. Ah, there we go. So it could be because I left the parentheses in and it doesn't actually want that. In their example here, they just use the plus function with the ticks around it, but that's basically the same as any other function without parentheses. So let's see what we got. If we look at past test, cool. So we are getting a list of all the locations of our letter. Okay, so we get the starts and ends. It's more complicated than we need it to be. We know everything is one character long, so we actually don't even need the ends. We might be able to do like, yeah, maybe like a custom function. So if we do, let's see, function, formula, or vector, not necessarily atomic. If a formula, blah, blah, blah. I think we can make custom functions here. So let's do function. In fact, I'll just see if I can Google an example. Per map to example. Because there's probably other, so there's the little documentation we can look at in R. There's probably some other good examples we can use as well. That's working with list, pmap. Let's see. Everything's on the page, so let's see if we can find just examples of map 2. Looks pretty similar to the examples we did see in the documentation though, so there might not be a lot of extra stuff there. Stanford, what do you got for us? Show me custom function. Looks like they don't want to show me. All right, we'll just try something and see if it works. So let's do function xy, and then open brackets for because it's gonna be custom. So string locate all, string equals x, pattern equals y. We'll call this locations. So this is all just a custom function we're writing to give us what we want instead of more than what we want. So right now we're getting a list of a vector of all the starts and all the ends. What we really want is probably just a vector of just the starts, because all the starts are going to be the same as the ends. So like, let's see if we can just like make it a little more simple. So that's all the locations. So let's see if we can say locations. Let's see, we only want one thing. We'll actually just simplify it. We'll call that res, just because it's going to be the result of our function. So res string locate all. When we did locate all earlier, we saw our input, or our results were the list. Let's do unlist res, and so that'll pull them out of the list, and we'll just have a vector. And we also want it to be unique because we don't need to repeat numbers twice. So let's see if this gives us what we want. So automatically our function is going to spit out the last thing we do. So if I just write res at the end, it should pull it out. Let's see. Okay, no errors. That's always a good sign. Oh, cool. So here we're getting, that actually worked perfectly, how I hoped it would. I'm actually surprised it worked first try like that. Well, first try. Kind of took us a few, we tried a few different things before this, but at least writing a custom function, it worked first try. So yeah, we've just got vectors of all the locations of the letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 11 are the 8 locations of the M. All right, so now we just need to see, now we just want to see that 9 or 10, but not both, occur in locations. So we want to know, so we can't use and because, last time we used the and logical check to make sure that both were true. We aren't going to use an and here, but we also can't use an or because an or would give us a true if both were true. So one fun way we could do this would be to like coerce these to 1s and 0s and just look for a result of 1. So basically if true is a 1 and false is a 0, then like both of these being true would give us 2 and only one of these being true would give us 1. And that would get us there. Just trying to think if there's like a more clear way to do it. I don't think there is though, or at least nothing's jumping to my mind. Let's do that. See. So this we don't need, well, we're still gonna use a test, so test. Now we have a new test. We're gonna call them, well, we're gonna split it up basically. So let's see if, we wanna know if just 1 is true. So let's call it test 1, and we'll also have test 2. So test 1 is gonna be a test to see if our first number is in the locations. And test 2 will be to see if our second number is in the locations. So test 1, and this is pretty easy to write actually. We're gonna say, what do we have? So pass test, or no, cleaned. So our things are called position 1 and position 2. I don't know if I've actually run this yet. Let's do that real quick. So now if I look up here at cleaned, our variable names are correct. Okay. So we're gonna wanna see if position 1 is in, what do we call it? Locations. And then test 2 is gonna be position 2 in locations. So the in function's kind of weird. It's a percent sign, 2% signs around the word in. It's clearly a little bit different from other things we write in R. You know, most functions are like pretty typical functions. In is just like a different one, I guess. Kind of like a pipe here. But at least in terms of readability, it's like pretty obvious what, like, I think it's pretty obvious what's happening. You should say, hey, is this variable in whatever this variable is? Or is this thing in whatever this thing is? And so in this case, is this letter in this set of, or is this number inside of this group of numbers? And we will find that out. And so lastly, yeah, we're gonna see what happens if we're gonna sum our test. So let's call it test sum. That's just gonna be equal to test1 plus test2. And so because we're using a plus sign, I think it's gonna coerce these trues and falses into numbers. Let's see, I think it'll do that. Let's just double check. Okay, so pass test, what have you got for us? A false and a true equal 1. A true and a true equal a 2. Can we find a 0? Yeah, false and a false equal a 0. Okay, so it's doing what we want. It's coercing true and false into 1s and 0s, and we want to just find the ones where only 1 is true. So on our filter, instead of testing for test true, we'll look for test sum equals 1. So we'll run that one more time. And we are now down to 207 observations. So let's see what, let's see if that's right. What did I say? Did I say 207? I did. All right, 207, submit. Not the right answer, too low. All right, maybe we need to coerce this ourselves again, since we did have some coercion issues last time as well. Yeah, let's find an example where it's clearly wrong. Okay, so here's one. Just the first one I looked at clearly isn't correct. We have a 14 and a 15, and we want to know if 1, 9, or 11 are inside of that. Clearly there's not a 14 inside of this. Or a 15, but it's telling us there's a 14. So we can get rid of that now. We did pause 1 in location. And so on a per row basis, we should be getting, it should just be checking this for each row, but maybe it's checking the entire column or something like that. I don't know. The 12, 15 inside of this, literally both are true, but it's telling us the second one is false. Oh, actually the first one was false too, because we had a false and then a true when we expect to see a true and then a false. Yeah, that's the first row of data. All right, so we didn't look closely enough after we ran it. The test 1, position 1 in location. So locations is vector. All right, so we can do a quick test actually. So down here, let's say 9% in percent this. That gave us a true. Ooh, is it because, sorry, not position. What's this data set called? Pass test. Are we working with characters again? Nope, position 1 and position 2 are numbers. Locations is a list of integers, so it's num int. That should be fine. Yeah, basically I'm just making sure we're not comparing characters to numbers again. So in this case, if we run it just in the line by itself, we get just like replacing the arguments with what we expect them to be. We get a true. But in our data frame, we're getting a false. Man, people are gonna wonder, like, why would you bother using R? Even like, you can't even see if this thing is in this vector. What? Why would you use this dumb language? Not a good look, R. So it might be because these are all vectors in data frames. Like typically this isn't the sort of data you'd put in a column. Usually we're using strings, numbers, or a logical thing. Typically when working with like data, we don't stick entire columns or entire vectors into like columns. And so I might have to use per again, and we'll just see if that fixes it. Because per just does a better job of like isolating a single row and running that function sort of like we do down here, as opposed to trying to like vectorize it the wrong way. So let's do the same thing we did up here. So we're gonna do per map2, and this time our function is gonna be different. So this time our x will be +1, and our y will be locations, and our custom function is gonna be result is gonna be equal to x int in %y. And we'll just do the same thing for test2. Is it not like this? Because I didn't assign. So we're gonna do the same thing for test2. We'll just do test2 equals position2. And then test sum will still be the same thing. In fact, let's actually no, I don't care. We'll still coerce this. This should still be a true or a false that we're getting back, and I'm still okay with coercing this. It didn't look like our coercion was the problem last time. It just looked like how we were vectorizing things. Okay, so I do need to change something, and that's map. The map function usually gives us, well, like for example, in this case, it gave us like a vector. We probably don't want to stick a vector into like every little thing. So we're just going to be a little more specific and say map to, what is this? Logical. Map to logical, because we're expecting to get just a true or false out of it. I think that'll be the problem, yeah. Now if we do pass test again. All right, let's see if we're actually getting the right results. Yes, there is a 9 in it. No, there is not a 10 in it. No 6, no 8. No 4, yes 6. All right, so far so good. There's both a 12 and a 15 here. All right, it looks like things are working this time, and test sum is still adding things appropriately. Yep. Okay, cool. I feel better about it this time around. Let's see if our answer this time is right. So this time it's 267. What did we put last time? That was like pretty close, right? It was like 200 something, I think. 267? Is it the same number? No, okay, it's not the same number because we got it right this time. Surprisingly close. Considering it was doing something completely wrong. Surprisingly close. Cool. So day 2 is done. Let's clean this up, get rid of the extra space at the bottom. We've got part 1 at the top, part 2 a little lower. So yeah, shout outs to anyone doing advent of code in R. I definitely wouldn't have thought I'd be using per so soon, but I guess that's kind of what happens when you get kind of generic programming problems and you're asked to solve them in R. R is usually used to solve particular types of problems, which probably, would explain why my friend here in chat asked earlier, why are you using R? So, yeah, can't blame him. If he's already, I assume he's already familiar with advent of code, and he's probably doing it in like something traditional like Python or C or something, and solving these problems is probably a lot more straightforward with traditional like computer science languages. But what do I know? I just use R and SQL all day. I don't know jack shit about C++. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay, so day 2 is done. We got our gold stars. Let's go ahead and commit to the repo. I'm gonna put this up where people can see it. Day one, and day 2 complete. Whoosh. Need my password? No, you're good. All right, so that's on GitHub. How long has it been? How long have I been streaming for? That was only 2 days of code. What is this? What does it say? Doesn't OBS tell me how long I've been streaming for somewhere? I guess not. It's probably on here somewhere and I just, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Or I don't have it turned on. Check Twitch. Twitch will tell me. Hour and a half to do 2 days of advent of code. 2 parts on each question. Yeah, I don't know. That seems good. I don't know if I want to keep going or not. An hour and a half. Even if I cut out a lot of the dumb stuff, that's still probably like a long video. So I might just stop doing this now and clip this down into a more palatable like YouTube video or something. Yeah. And then go like share it with people or something. So if anyone wants to compare answers, they can do that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop recording. What else am I doing tonight? Anyone online? Is anyone on the internet? Literally no one's on the internet. Discord is completely empty. Saturday night. Just meme a little bit on Discord real quick. That's not good stream content, but that's okay for now. All right, fuck it. No one's on the internet to play video games with, so I'll just do day 3. Shit, if day 3 is harder than day 1 and day 2, then that might just be a whole nother hour and a half of programming there. Make a day 3 folder. Here, our script. Let's call you day_3. Then I assume we're gonna get a bunch of text again from the calendar here. Oh God, what is this? Oh Jesus, this is not this is not an R problem. I haven't even read it yet. I'm just looking at the periods and pound signs and I'm just already questioning my life choices. You start on the open square in the top left and need to reach the bottom below the bottommost row on your map. The toboggan can only follow a few specific slopes. You opt for a cheaper model that prefers rash number. Counting all the trees you would encounter. Right 3, down 1. You'll need to see which angles will take you near the fewest trees. Trees necessarily grow on an exact integer coordinates. How convenient. Shout outs to local geology. What convenient trees were growing here. You make a map, your puzzle input, the open squares and trees. These aren't the only trees though, due to something you read about once involving arboreal genetics and biome stability. The same pattern repeats to the right many times. Okay. You start on the open square in the top left corner, need to reach the bottom. So I just need to reach the bottom, below the bottommost, so below the bottommost on my map. Login can only follow a few specific slopes. You opted for a cheaper model that prefers rational numbers. Start by counting all the trees you would encounter for the slope right 3 down 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 here. I would encounter like trees moving from top left to there. Locations you check, and those are marked. Oh, right 3 down 1. I down 3'd right 1. I'm a fool. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing. I still don't think this is a good R problem, but yeah, whatever. This example, traversing the map using the slope would cause you to encounter 7 trees, starting at the top left corner of your map and following a slope right 3 and down 1. How many trees would you encounter? Wait, just how many trees would we encounter? That's actually not that hard of a problem to solve. I thought this would be something, God, I thought it would be asking us to find like an optimal shit. Well, I don't want to jinx myself. That's probably part 2. Finding like an optimal slope or something like that. It's just like, it just sounds like a pain in the ass, but whatever. The repeating part I'm really nervous about too. Cause, I mean, I guess we can just bind calls with ourselves. But we'd probably want to do something like replace all the trees with 1s and all the dots with 0s. And then like, yeah, essentially do like some weird, actually, we might not even need to loop it. Yeah, we don't need to like bind calls or anything. We can just like loop over from something. This sounds like a for loop problem. Yeah, we can do this. And it's actually not even that bad. Okay, we copied the input. We're gonna paste it in here. Oh my god, it's 323 lines long. We're gonna go so far down that. Oh wait, this is the wrong place to paste it. New. Paste here. We're gonna call you input.text. You're gonna be an R file, or you're not gonna be an R file, rather. God, you're so ugly. Let's restart the session again, just to clear out all the day 2 stuff we were doing. Let's import dataset. Let's see. Let's fucking see what happens if we try to import this. First rows are not names. Delimiter. How do I make delimiter none? Can't enter a single character. I assume white space isn't gonna work because there's no blanks. Yeah, we're just gonna have to like split it. Split on everything. All right, delimiter whatever, input first rows names, skip nothing. Copy that code and just put it in our script. Input. Let's convert symbols to, well, let's go single column to multi-column, and then we're gonna want to do symbols to numbers. So that's how we're gonna clean. That's just the big picture approach to cleaning the data. We can do input. We'll call this calls, I guess, because it's gonna have columns. So we're gonna take our input. We're going to string split all of it again. Library stringer. But I think we determined we like stringer more than base. No, we definitely want to do that. Oh, I guess we unloaded our libraries there. Let's do string split from stringer. String is going to be, I think it's called x1 by default. Let's pull this in. Yeah, x1 is the column, so string is x1, and we're gonna split it on nothing. In is nothing, simplify. God, I don't even know. I guess equals true. Let's see, as underscore tibble again, because we like tibbles. Tibbles are basically just data frames. Let's see if that works. No, it didn't. Why not? One. Well, I guess what we did when we got string split is that it gave us like a whole new thing. We didn't actually run it on x1. So let's do string split on input $x1. Now a function as tibble. That's because we didn't. I'm gonna do it above because I'm OCD. dplyr. We don't have as tibble because we don't have dplyr. Warning: X of as tibble matrix must have unique column names if something. Calls. What do we got here? These look unique. Unique because you guys named them all that, or is it unique because string split named them all that? Anyways, yeah, that looks fine. Next step is to have calls with numbers in them. These are such dumb names. I'm actually just gonna not even split it into multiple steps. We're just gonna pipe again and go mutate. Oh shit. Okay, we're not gonna do mutate. We're gonna do mutate all because we don't want to just mutate one variable. We want to mutate all of our variables. And so we're gonna do, let's see, how does mutate all want us to write things? Tibble object funds, or list of either form. Additional arguments to the function fund. All right, funds is gonna be string replace all, and so we're going to replace okay, so what's string? String is going to be our, all right, we're going to do custom function x, string replace all x, replace, right, string is x, pattern is going to be period. Oh god, it's regex, so I need to like escape it, I think, and then, no, I'm not trying to find a directory. Replace all pattern, right? The hell are my arguments? String pattern replacement. All right, string equals x, pattern equals dot placement. Why are you like this? Equals 0. All right. Very ugly. Parentheses. I need one there. Does that work? No, they don't like my. How do I double escape? Is it like that? Oh yeah, that's all. Okay, now we're gonna do that one more time. This time with the pound sign, we want to turn into a 1. I don't know if this is a special character in regex. It probably is. I'm just gonna Yeah. So now all the dots are zeros and all the hashtags are 1. So that step's done as well. All right, so we have our columns. Actually, you know what? Let's just name it mountain. You know, because we're tobogganing down a mountain. You know, I've decided to buy into the advent calendar lore. So we're gonna call this mountain instead of columns now, because columns is boring. And we're also just gonna kill balls. You don't exist anymore. All right. Oh god, I need to like burp, but I can't. Fascinating, I know. There it is. Oh, I had like barbecue chicken sandwiches for dinner. They were very big and very good, but as a result, I'm very full. Still, like 3 hours later. Yeah. Anyway, okay, here's our big dumb mountain. Ones are trees, zeros are us. And so now we just have to loop over this mountain and see how many trees we run into if we go at a certain angle. And so I think I'm gonna write some functions for this. So far we've just done these little within mutate functions. We haven't actually written like custom like named functions yet, so this will be the first time we do that. So let's say, what do we need to do? So we're gonna need to do a couple things. We're gonna have to find the next position to go to every time we go down this mountain. So let's make a function called down and a function called right. So down is gonna be a function, gonna do something, and right is gonna be a function that does something. So down is going to, I guess down is gonna be really easy, because it's just gonna go until we get to the bottom. Yeah, it's just always gonna increment by 1. Actually, we don't even need it down. We just need a loop right function, and that's just gonna say the input will be I guess the limit of how far to the right we can go. So the limit is basically going to be this number of columns. They're like in call that yeah, so if I typed in call mountain, we can use that later. Have nice cool functionalized programs instead of hard coded everything. Limit is going to be in call, and it's just going to say I'm going to do the limit and moves. So the limit would be 31 and the moves would be, say, 3. So I guess we'd also need to know where we currently are. Let's say X moves and limit. So that makes more sense. So X will be where we currently are, which will be, we'll start at like 1, you know, column 1, right? And so the first thing we want to do is add moves to X. So X plus moves. And this is like, this feels way more like traditional programming now, which is probably, yeah, again, why this isn't like the best R, best type of problem to solve in R. And so now we're going to say if X is greater than limit, I think we'll just subtract the limit from X, and then that'll be our new X. And if not, then we don't. X, I think, can I do this? X equals X minus limit. and then just return x. So if it's not greater, then it'll work fine. Okay, so we'll try that out. We'll say loop right x equals 1, moves equals 5, limit equals 31. Yeah, I have to actually run that. That gave me 6. Cool, 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 cool. And then if I set this to 28, 2, that would go, we would go 5 moves. It would go 29, 30, 31, 1, 2. Seems good. All right, so I think loop right does what we want it to do. And so that's just to account for the fact that part of the problem said that our mountain loops because of the cool geography or geology. Yeah. Handle the looping mountain. So now we need to, let's see. Let's say get next position will be our new function. And so that'll take current position, down, and right. And so actually we need current x, current, what do we want to call this? Row or column or B and H? We need 2. So if I just say current position, then it would have to be like a XY position. I'd rather just make it 2 arguments. So let's call current X, current Y. Let's see. So we're gonna have to get a list back out of this. So X equals cur X plus down. Yeah, because it's rows, they'll go down. We'll start at 1, 1, then we'll go to 1, 2, or whatever. Y equals loop right function. Current will be cur Y. Limit will be I guess we want an argument for that too. We want to pass that down. So Y limit. You're gonna be our Y limit. Oh, and then right, and then Y limit. Arrow. And return list x equals x, y equals y. So we'll get both back out of this. So that's kind of a, it's less straightforward because we're getting 2 things back, but we'll just handle it. So increment down mountain. And now we need something that goes down the mountain over and over again. No, we'll also need something that says is current position tree. We'll call it on tree function. Takes cur x and cur y. It spits back the data frame. So we're gonna say, well, we'll give it the mountain as an argument too. So mountain, cur x and cur y. So mountain at cur x, cur y. So it'll just give us back a 1 or a 0. Let's see. This is kind of simple though. Maybe this doesn't need to be a function. It doesn't really reduce the complexity of anything. I guess we can skip that. Yeah, we don't need that. So then, all right, now we just need to loop down the mountain. So say our start x equals 1, start y equals 1. So we're gonna do for, no, we'll do while. While, all right, actually, I guess we don't want to start. While x is less than or equal to the number of rows in mountain, we'll do some stuff. Okay. And we'll initialize trees to 0. Look at me using equal signs like this isn't R. It's almost like this problem makes me feel like I'm not writing R code. Okay, so we'll just want to check every time if we're on a tree. So, so trees going to be equal to trees plus mountain x, no, square brackets, xy. Let's do a quick check actually. Mountain 1, 5. What does that give me? 1, 5. Let's do 1, 4 so it's more obvious if I was right or not. Okay, so 1 is x, 4 is y. That's okay, good. I'm getting what I want. X is how high on the mountain we are, y is... This is actually backwards. X should be what side of the mountain we're on, and y should probably be how high we are. Fuck. I don't know if I care. For some reason, this makes more sense to me, even though it's definitely like backwards. Maybe because I'm thinking of x as rows and y as columns, and like that makes sense to me for some reason. I don't know if it should. Feels wrong as coordinates, but right as like references to rows and columns. I don't know. I'll just leave it. It's like the shape as opposed to where you're actually moving. Yeah. I don't know. It's y because a column resembles a y-axis, not actually because you're going up, down, left, or right. I don't know. Whatever. I'm fine with x being... I guess it works because I want to think of it as like x first, y second, and then if I type mountain bracket xy, I'm gonna get what I expect, I guess. So trees is going to... So we'll add trees if we find a tree. First and foremost. And then we will... then we will get next position. Cur x, cur y. Why the fuck? Did I not run this bed? Cur x, cur y, down, right, y limit. Okay. Give these all new lines so that they're not messy. Cur x is gonna be x, cur y is gonna be y, down in this case is gonna be 1, right is gonna be 3, y limit is gonna be in call down. I can't spell. Mountain. The next position is going to be it's going to give us something. So we're gonna call it next position. So x is going to be next Oz $x because our function gives us a list with both an x and a y in it. And y is going to now be equal to next position $y. Do I need to do anything else? This might actually be it. I mean, we could like functionalize this too, but let's see. Sled down that mountain. Let's say starting, or let's just say initialize. Let's use the jargon. Initialize position and total trees. Sled down that mountain. Oh, and then we want to see how many trees we get at the bottom. So let's do print. We haven't used a print yet, but why not? Print trees. Non-numeric argument to binary operator. What? Errand function left, right. Left, right. Function was that? Let's see if we're running this. Next position. X2, Y num4. Fine. Trees equals trees plus mountain. Okay, so there's our problem. So mountain XY. Oh wait. X and Y were 1 at first. There's a 0. Yeah, so trees plus these are characters. Here's our problem. So we did a string split, string replaced. Let's just pipe it into as dot numeric, and pipe that into as dot numeric. No, we did it. There weren't any trees. We sled perfectly. All right, now what's the deal? Less than or equal to mountain. I don't think that's. Maybe it's trying to get mountain or we're done. Yeah, so I guess I should just do less than. Maybe that'll just fix it. No, it didn't. Okay, never mind. That might not be the problem. It's probably okay to assume less than or equal. What are we doing? X, Y, and trees are 0. Let's do our first loop again. Mountain XY should be a 0. Yep. Trees plus mountain XY should still be 0. That's fine. Next position, list of 2, 2, 4. Print trees. Okay. Let's assign our new position. Let's check mountain again. Now X is 2 and Y is 4. Ah, we got an NA. Why? But why though? Mountain at 2, 4 should be Oh, Jesus, when did I get nulls? Alright, so the ones turned into nulls for some... for 50 or more warning. Is it because I'm... No, I don't know actually. Alright, let's get rid of as numeric again. Get rid of as numeric here. So there weren't warnings initially, right? Okay, no warnings. Mountain is mountain. They're all characters though. Mutate all. Maybe we would just do it in another step. Dot funds equals as character. Maybe I should use like integer as dot integer. I think it won't want those. All right, so that seems to be working fine. Let's look at it real quick. So we got 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 is what we would expect it to be. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Cool. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't like us piping it, but whatever. The function's probably just returning something strange. All right, we've got trees. 289 trees. Trees doesn't need to be an object. Just give us the as dot. Let's do integer again. Did it work that time? Yeah, trees 289. Cool. Or I guess what would make even more sense is if I said mountain xy, and just did as. Let's just use as numeric. Less complicated. 289, no L next to it. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this is right. Felt like a regular programming challenge. Kind of weird to do in R, but let's see. Yeah, 289. Part 2. Determine the number of trees that would counter if for each of the following slopes you start at the top left corner and traverse the map all the way to the bottom. In the above example, the slopes would find 2, 7, 3, and 4, 2 trees respectively. What do you get if you multiply together the number of trees encountered on each of the listed slopes? Okay, so I guess I do want to multiply, or I do want to like maybe functionalize this. Or I would just loop it all again, but then the loops on loops on loops. That's what functions are for. Okay. So, all right, let's functionalize. So, let's see. So sled down mountain will be our new long function name. Function. Oh wait, that's not how functions work. That's how functions work. And so we need start x, start y, and down and right. I think that's it. And so trees will just initialize as 0. Oh, we need to give it a mountain. So mountain, start x, start y, down and right. Yeah, so we'll do x equals start x, y equals start y, and we'll put our loop inside of here. We'll replace this with down and this with right. And now instead of printing trees, we will return trees. Well, alternatively, we can just write trees. Pretty sure I read somewhere that that's like the better way to do it. So we'll do that. Init traverse. Okay. Sled down mountain. Let's do this once with what we just did. So our start x was, I guess the start x and start y are always 1. So maybe I can actually just take these arguments out. We'll just do that. So we'll use mountain equals our mountain. Down equals 1, right equals 3. I should probably make the function. 289. All right, that was our answer. Cool. So now let's get it for all these things. I think I can just, yeah, multiply this over and over. Let's do, all right, so we do a 1, 1. Right 3 down 1. Right 5 down 1. Right 7 down 1. And right 1 down 2. See, now I feel dumb for swapping x and y because, see, they're doing right first and down. Now I feel like this is x and this is y, and that makes more sense. Can't believe I've done this. That's a big ass number. Let's see if it's correct. That's right. Okay, so part 2 was a lot easier than moving from part 1 to part 2 on this question was a lot easier than moving to part 1 to part 2 on the previous questions. And maybe that's because we actually approached this like a traditional programming problem and not like an R problem. But yeah, you can solve this with R, as we've demonstrated. The most R thing I did was turning the mountain into zeros and ones, but everything else is like, all of this is basically the same way I would solve it in like Python or something. So like, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, if you're curious how to turn a bunch of periods and pound signs into a useful data frame using dplyr and stringer, then this is a nice useful chunk of code here that might actually help you in like an R type problem. And the rest of it is just pretty general programming. If you've done like basic CS, you'll probably be okay. Part 2. And then let's take this one and just call him part 1. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah. Init some values. Initialize. We want this to be useful to someone new. Yeah. Handle the horizontally looping mountain. It only loops in one direction. I'm surprised I didn't mess something up, honestly. I think this was actually ended up being maybe one of the easier problems we've solved so far. Day 3 added. Cool. All right. So that was another 45 minutes. Oh, so I guess it was maybe the same time it took to solve the others, because I was at like an hour and a half after doing 2 problems, and now I'm at 2 hours and 15 minutes after a third. So yeah, I guess it's kind of the same actually. Cool. Yeah, all right. Let's check again and see if any friends are playing video games yet. Let's see. Let's talk to people on Discord. Let's tell everyone about regexer just in case they don't already know. I'm just going to say, in case anyone hasn't found it on their own, regexer is a great sandbox for trying out regex patterns and seeing if they match where you expect them to. Not R specific, but useful, useful whenever you have string data, basically. Free R learning resources. Well, it does say the channel is just for R resources, so I don't know. I don't want to fuck up someone's Discord that they you know, are lovingly taking care of. Sorry, just like reading what everyone's doing. Let's just link people to my GitHub. They want to see how I'm approaching. Ooh. Maybe it's time to get on Minecraft then. Unless you're like trying to stop playing now that you have now that you did the auto sorter. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm down to get on. When you say infrastructure, did you mean like hoppers too, or no? Because if you did, holy shit, that's a lot of iron. Oh, damn. I imagine the next time I got on Minecraft, I'd be like back to mining iron to make more hoppers, but never mind. Holy shit, you got it in. But yeah, cool. I'll get on in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm down to play. I'll just get on Discord too. No one's there now, but I'll be the first. Hey. I'm just writing, sending my GitHub to all these people in this Discord that are learning R.
Yeah, I saw you doing this in R, and I was like, isn't R a statistics thing?
Yeah. I mean, I just saw people were already trying it, and so I was like, okay, well maybe I can just show people how I do it, and then like it'll be useful for them, because well, a lot of people like that, at least that I'm reading, they're saying like, hi, I'm just starting to learn R, and this seemed like a fun way to learn it. Yeah. So far, my my thoughts are no, this isn't a fun way to learn R. But whatever. If people are gonna do it anyway, then maybe I can help out. So I've been looking for an opportunity to you know, do something helpful for people, so it seemed like as good an opportunity as any. Oh, hello there.
Hello there. Everything's fucked up.
Everything fucked up?
Sound effects are definitely, you guys are definitely a lot better than yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I got a wireless headset, and I
Oh.
break it in, as John instructed me, so I left it on overnight. 8 hours just playing white noise.
Racist.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds like me and Jerry talk, but not when you.
That would actually explain a lot, huh?
Last night I played Jackbox with a friend who just finished building a computer, and like the new hardware wasn't playing well with like Discord, I guess, and so like he gets on the mic and it's just like straight static, volume 200%. Like it was super cursed. But I think he turned off like the Discord like hardware filtering whatever, and it just like it worked fine. So it was just like something about, I don't know, Discord doesn't know what to do.
Discord does with like not typical audio.
Yeah.
Like Andrew and I have both had issues with certain devices. It's weird. You'd expect it to be better, but this is not really. I don't know. It's not like a professional audio software or anything.
What are you talking about?
Discord. Just how it's not great with some audio configurations. It doesn't have support for a ton of devices or device types or driver types actually. Like the fact that I have that one device, the interface that's like a few $100s, but I can't use it with Discord at all.
You can't use your interface with Discord?
No, it doesn't recognize it.
Oh, balls. That sucks. Yes. You like that?
That one in a while.
What can I say, man? I'm a baller.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just a ballsy guy, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
My space heater going. It's nice and toasty in here right now.
We're all about the toast.
Give it 10 minutes and I'll be sweating.
Sweating.
This game, I'll be sweating pretty bad because I'll forget about this.
Yeah.
And, you guys can all laugh at me. Yeah, I went a little Sean Connery on it right there.
On corner. Toasty.
Cold.
Not in here.
It got real cold real quick.
You mean like the weather or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Last couple days. And it was like raining a bit like
Yeah.
yesterday, today, I guess.
Yeah, today too, I guess.
I went out today. It wasn't raining, but I just saw like dark clouds like everywhere. And I was like, oh shit, that doesn't look good.
It was raining last night. I loved it.
Yeah, it was nice while I was asleep and like wasn't outside. And I mean, I guess it was nice today too, because like it didn't rain on me, but like would have been a bummer if it rained on me.
I'm like lagging pretty hard in League today.
Maybe you're playing on US West. Did we get a villager? Oh, Wandering Trader.
I'm going from like 500 frames and then like things just move. But I look at my ping, it's only 35 milliseconds. I don't know what's going on, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
I think I did hear your mic slip up for a second there too.
I don't know what's going on.
What?
My brother's router is so garbage.
Wait, get all the emeralds. He's trading blue ice.
Wait, do you guys know when the date is where like it's like the last date that they can contest the election results before they can't meet the deadline or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know. Not paying attention. The deal is sealed.
Yeah, basically.
Where's the trader?
On Andrew's building.
Shit is, dude. He's just getting crazier and crazier, dude.
Yeah, and it's funny because people are like distancing from it. I mean, you know,
Well, the politicians are, the people definitely are.
well, yeah, but I mean that's what matters at the end of the day is the politicians. I think.
Yeah.
What a deal!
The politicians.
I'm currently playing with Nebia and Chris. They're just in some other Discord, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No new Discords.
I don't think they are.
They are.
I don't believe you.
I guess they just have
Send me an invite to the Discord.
Okay.
They've got an.
Why?
They didn't invite you.
You do sound quite
I
mad.
see Nebia on his Discord channel. Chris wasn't even on it.
Oh.
Oof.
Open up, so you know how you said nether brick?
Yeah,
We have.
It's like
Some of it.
Nebia
I
and
don't know
his
if it's in,
cousin's Discord channel.
that's okay. We can get more.
You don't want to join.
Netherrack is free.
He even messaged me about it. I
Well,
said
the
no new
netherrack's
Discords.
nuts into one singular brick.
Yep.
Which, I didn't realize.
Yeah. Free is free is free.
Oh god, I'm gonna have enough backfights.
You want me to wait to start building the wall around it?
I think we're good. The only thing is that we won't have a miscellaneous chest.
Oh yeah.
Because of the way this is set up.
Are you right?
'Cause,
Do we need to move it around then? I feel like we might want one, right?
so the problem is that so this circular loop basically just cycles the items around.
Ah, yeah.
If you don't have this and you throw in, say, like a stack of cobblestone, the hoppers might not be able to keep up, and it'll send the cobblestone to the miscellaneous chest.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you have to like basically cycle it around so that the hoppers.
Are you guys still working on auto sort?
Yeah.
It's almost done.
It's actually almost done apparently.
Sort.
Yeah. Okay, well, won't things loop around forever if they don't have a valid thing to go into, though?
Yeah,
big-ass
that's
storage system.
what I'm trying to figure out how to compensate for.
It's probably better if they all just go into the overflow and then we can just take things that should be sorted and put them back into the system a second time?
That's fine with me.
Or can we slow down the rate at which they flow across the hoppers?
Not really. If you take, for example, if you have cobblestone on you,
I just grabbed bricks. Wait, I actually do. Yeah.
just throw cobblestone into this hole right here. Appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see it come up. You should see it come up. Okay.
I watched that movie today with my mom that
What
has
movie?
like Tom Holland and he like plays like
that's why it's getting stuck.
it's
The
like a
Southern
Netflix.
guy?
Yeah, he plays like the Southern guy.
I know what you're talking about. I watched the trailer. I didn't watch the movie.
Something devil something. I don't know.
I heard it was
uh,
not great. Like it was kind of weird.
I
Oh,
kinda
yeah, here it
liked
goes. Oh my god, it just shot straight up.
Yeah. It's hard. You can see the speed at which it moves.
Wait, holy fuck! What
Yeah, they're all gone.
Yeah, they're all gone though. So like, the thing is, if you take a stack of it.
Uh-huh.
What was I gonna say? I can't even remember anymore.
Like if you throw the stack all at once or if you throw the stack one by one?
No, even if you're one by like.
Why
a
do you
significant
have
quantity of it,
Yeah.
Why
so,
not?
I have 40 bonus AP. What the fuck did I buy to give me bonus AP?
and then get stuck into the second chest down here. Or this
Give me
What
mastery.
masteries do I have?
Good
I
mastery.
have Conqueror and Domination.
Okay, we got the cobble chest.
Just
Yeah, so like,
other
if
masteries
you
that
look over
give you.
here.
Yeah, what are they?
That's the
How do I
41
know?
I don't know,
the
dude.
first one.
You think I know?
And
Yeah.
the second one also has
More than I
41
do.
cobble, but
I know.
you don't want that, right? If this is like
Well, I don't.
or something like that.
Oh, so you're saying these
GG.
extra hoppers are picking it up when they shouldn't?
Yeah, so like basically assume we have all 20 of these
My
filled with
ping
money,
is spiking
right?
to like 200.
Bring it down.
Then
Alright.
the idea of the circular loop
There
is
you go.
that it'll
You're
take all
welcome.
the excess cobble, which doesn't get caught in these extra hoppers, brings it back around, and by the time it comes back around, this
Hop
first
up
hopper
here.
should be empty enough to receive more.
Yeah. Wait, so we have 2 with cobble in them.
Right. Well, I haven't filtered them all yet, so like you'll see if you like look down the line, they all have like one open slot. for
Yeah. But they don't have cobble in them, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm playing my
A more practical example is if you come down to my base.
15 LP game at Masters Elo, so this will decide if I'm instantly gonna demote or I'm just gonna demote in like a week.
Get demoted.
Hey, I'm gold now, dude.
Oh, good shit, bro.
So like,
Yeah.
True.
I
Good
take,
shit.
Played with Nebia and Chris, and they both fucking lost because they're fucking losers.
take
Got
let's see, stack of cobblestone.
I did, didn't I?
There's a
Nice, okay.
designated
Yeah,
cobblestone.
you got him real good. Yeah,
If you come over to this chest,
I'm so tired today. I did too much shit, bro.
I need to turn your audio up actually. Wait, I can't hear you at all.
Doesn't make sense.
Mr. New microphone. All right, you're up a bit louder now.
so
You ever
I
talk
threw a
to
stack of cobblestone
your new
inside, right?
in-laws?
There's a filter here, so technically all the cobble should be in this chest over here.
Okay.
When they're there.
But
Okay.
if you come over to this chest, you'll see that there's like half a stack of cobblestone.
Oh, is this your overflow?
Yeah, these are my overflows.
Oh, okay.
So, like, we can have overflows. That's fine. It's
Weird.
just a matter of like, preference.
Yeah, I wonder why it does that.
It does that because basically inside the locking system for the cobble, which I think is the second one, fixes this hopper, this middle one, at 41.
Yeah.
Like it'll never go below 41.
Right.
If you throw in 64, it'll be like, okay, I can accept what's max stack 64, 23, and the remaining like 41 just flows away because this hopper can't accept it. Does that make sense?
I don't think I get it yet.
So this has 41 inside of it right now.
Yeah.
So if I threw a stack of cobblestone into this water path,
Oh, it could only accept like 23.
just because of the speed of the hoppers.
Yeah.
You want to tune that if you can at all.
And so then it will just go to like the next valid one or even the one below it.
This is why it goes to the overflow, is because it accepts 23 and the other 41 just go off into space.
Yeah.
That's why you have a circular loop, but having a circular loop means you can't have overflow.
Yeah, if we do a circular loop, then like things that aren't filtered are gonna
Just stay up there forever.
yeah, and we're gonna destroy the server.
So if
So we
want
can't.
overflow-
That's not good either.
Yeah, so if we don't want overflow, we can just remove it.
Yeah, we need overflow. I think maybe. What can we do? We could do like I guess. No, that'd be silly. I was gonna say we could put like another filter below the overflow chest that like only accepts.
Certain items.
Yeah, basically yeah, certain items. But that's also, I don't know, complicated, and even then like the hopper can only pick 5, so I don't know if we're trying like putting in multiple hoppers would be crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Everyone's joining now.
Well,
It's me.
It's everyone.
Me.
You wearing that hoodie?
Yep.
Is it a hoodie? Or is it a snuggy
A
replacement?
comfy.
pickaxe by the way.
It's a hoodie, I guess.
It's an
just
at-home hoodie.
giant. It's giant.
Jelly, do you have a silk touch pickaxe by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. 'Cause probably need to get the ice back then if we want to remove the overflow.
Yeah, I mean we can't have stuff like circling around forever, so oh, it's nighttime also.
That's your convenient.
Shit.
Oh, I forgot we put the beds there.
How's Minecraft? I haven't been on in a few days.
I just got here, so I don't know.
Oh,
You-
fine. Oh, Chris, I guess Chris's mic wasn't working.
all right, should I grab this ice then?
Yeah, so if we're not going to do overflow, then basically anything that's not on the horizontal doesn't matter. Or not on the horizontal with the chest.
So not on the back side.
Yeah, basically.
So like this one I can take.
Yeah, starting with that one, and then just all this one along the front.
I'm on episode 6 of Violet Evergarden.
Oh, you're
It's
watching
so
it.
good.
I
Wait.
couldn't really get into it, to be honest.
Okay, the first few episodes, or first what, 3 episodes, I think?
All right, I dropped the ice here.
I just couldn't get into it. I don't know.
I cried. I think 11 times. No.
Wow, what a baby.
Yeah, I was a little finished the entire time.
11. That sounds like a lot.
Oh yeah, I also got this pressure plate off of one of
I'm
them.
on 6 and I haven't cried yet.
Not a baby.
She's calling me a little bitch, I understand.
Lynn confirmed not baby.
Just a psychopath, dude. We've already confirmed this, remember?
It's kind of resident sleeper, but it's like relaxing. I don't know.
It's like
I haven't seen it, but I assumed the goal was for it to be pretty relaxing, right?
Oh,
it's about like PTSD or some shit, isn't it?
I don't know, haven't seen it. I just heard it was it looked nice and stuff, so I thought it was something you just kind of relax and stare at and don't really think about too much.
I'm,
Enderman on top of a tree.
I'm basically going back 10 minutes in conversation, but Jinwoo, when you asked
Yes.
about
Yes.
my new extended family, yeah, there's a stepbrother that I've never talked to and I've waved at twice.
Really?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So you're like best friends.
Do you know his name?
I know the three of their names. I don't know which one's which. I think I know which one's which, but I'm not 100% sure.
It would be hilarious if you get into a situation where you have to name all of them.
I just won't say their names.
So let's see. How many overflow chests do we want?
If that happens, you guys tell me.
I guess we'd probably want quite a few, like 6 maybe, something like that.
6. So like 2
They're actually
columns.
living at my dad's.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah,
that seem-
you said that last time.
Like a good amount.
No, they just
Alright.
moved in.
Oh.
She's been living there, but her son's moved in.
Okay,
Oh,
Even
shit.
then, even with overflow, we can like pre-allocate stuff
High
too.
school?
yeah.
College.
College?
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see.
Oh, they're not at school. I'm assuming because of COVID.
Yeah. Well, I think they all go to like Towson and stuff.
Oh, so it's nearby anyway.
Yeah, youngest one's 19. I think the oldest one is doing his
Jesus.
5th year of college.
Oh, I see.
This. Okay. So now it should be set up then. Just
Is it just going to use the last 2 as overflow?
last 2 columns, yeah.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if we had to add chests for overflow or if yeah.
If you look in the back, well, I could if you wanted. We would just have to extend this horizontally.
Yeah, nah, forget about it.
Forget
Uh,
about it.
You basically just remove the redstone torch from the ones you don't want to have blocked.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so they just accept stuff all the time.
Let me also clear out their hoppers while I'm at it. Oh, likely cleared. Assuming, yeah. Okay, well,
Cheese.
it's all set up now.
Cool.
We can decide what 18, I think, items we need / want.
Oh yeah. Uh,
I guess we also. Okay, well, I don't have enough leather for item frames, so I'm just gonna fucking sign it for now.
yeah, I guess we'll just start with whatever the most plentiful items we have are. Cobble, dirt, sand, brick, yada yada.
I don't know if sand is very.
Well, yeah,
What's up?
someday.
Who wants to see my floor plan for my new apartment to help me lay it out?
Okay.
Lynn.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, Lynn does.
I'm thinking about using the walk-in closet as an office because it's like 13. I think it's like 1310 by
1310.
or no 13.8 by 510 or something like that for the walk-in closet.
13.
It's fucking huge.
What do you mean by 13.8?
13 feet 8 inches.
Oh.
It's fucking massive.
Yeah, that sounds pretty big. That's bigger than some rooms.
Yeah.
True.
I gotta find where the. I can never remember. Okay, here it is.
Bro, just remember it.
I'm sorry.
Just
You're right.
get it, bro. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I don't think you do.
I know what you mean, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Wait, why is this? Why isn't this opening in a new window when I say open in a new window? There we go.
Imagine having a chosen fucking heck room, bro.
Nebia.
Oh wait, I beat him anyway.
Does this mean we can get rid of all the stuff in the
I'm gonna
front?
get rid of this out after later.
Okay.
do that.
I was like looking at it and thinking about it. I was like, wait, none of this actually.
All of this can go.
All right, I've uploaded it.
Gee.
13.8.5 by 510.5.
The Archie
Fucking
Blues.
closet.
Wait, it's that place that you linked last time, right? It's like the same place.
Similar, yeah. It's not the exact unit, but
Oh,
That's like
What's
half
the height?
loft space.
yeah.
What's the height of the loft? That area though.
Oh, it's regular.
Oh, okay.
You know.
regular schmegular.
Yeah. Excuse me, it's slightly less than regular height. But still. No, actually I can't tell. I can't fucking tell. I can't tell in the picture.
It didn't process to me that you said walk-in closet, so I was like, what if it's like 13 0.8 by like 5, and it's like 4 feet tall. And I was like, no, it's a walk-in.
What's
It's a
on the
kneeling
first
closet.
floor on the top right? What's that little black rectangle
First
represent?
floor in the top right. Oh, that's the heater.
Oh,
Radiator style. I'm
It's
assuming.
electric.
Oh, electric.
Boogie
But
woogie
it is
woogie.
like that.
Do you
Refrigerant
want to
isn't
put this
much.
glass thing too, or no?
Yeah, you want me to silk touch it?
No, we can just. I mean, if you care that much about.
Yeah,
glass,
yeah, I
we can
think
just-
so. Someone probably
These are
will.
cheaper, Jimbo.
Oh, okay.
They literally just put it like you could probably it's probably bolted in, but there's no reason for it to be. Like you could just pick it up and move it. It's plugged into the wall there.
I see.
You have what? One window?
Luxury, dude. Luxury.
Is this one? Wait, do you have one big window? I'm confused.
Who are you talking to?
You, John. I'm looking at your. I'm looking at your floor plan. Sorry.
They don't
It
show
really
the
could have been
windows at
anyone.
all.
Do you know where your window is?
There are the windows are above the heater.
Oh, is the heater the
think-
thing in the top right? Okay.
Yeah, I think that whole wall is like windows.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da. Good one, right?
I don't know, was
Yeah.
Thank you.
You missed the notes, but I got it.
it? You missed
I'll
the
say that.
note.
I'm just saying you don't practice it very much. You'll get there.
Oh my god, bro. That's all I do every day.
That's sad.
Big sad, big sad.
Ooh, good loss, good loss. Holding on to so many units.
Yeah, the only thing about the closet, if I were to put a desk in there, if there's no outlet, I can't.
Yeah.
There is, however, Google Web Pass in the building for internet.
Noise. Noise.
Yeah, I think it's $60 a month for 200.
Oh, good shit,
Not
brother.
bad.
Brother.
Let's see. San Francisco. Check availability.
This guy's going Warwick. Warwick.
If you had the computer in your closet, what would you have on the main floor?
couch and TV or something, I presume.
Yeah, and a table.
Dude, I can't believe both
eat
of the
at?
cloaks were on 5 cost units. Fuck my life, dude.
What I was thinking was a table in the
Huh.
space between the fridge and the kitchen and the stairs, and then
Wait,
couch.
a table in the space between.
the
Say that.
fridge that's in the kitchen and the stairs.
Uh-huh.
It's like in front of the
Oh,
bathroom.
I see. I see. Yeah. Okay. And then.
And then the wall opposite of the bathroom would be where I'd have like a TV and the couch looking at it,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to a couch looking away from the TV. And I think if I don't put I was thinking if I don't put the desk upstairs, I'd have the desk at like near the entranceway, opposite of the heater wall.
That's what I would.
Because it seems like it'd be wasted space. Like, what else can you? There's not much you can do with that. Otherwise,
The space in front of the entrance.
I guess you could put the TV on that wall, but then you have massive glare.
Yeah. I don't like having my back to the entrance if I'm on the computer though, or even like this.
You don't?
I don't.
My back's to my entrance.
Weird way. Are you like paranoid?
No, it's just I don't like having. I don't know why. It's like a
Snuck up on too many times?
yeah, something like that.
Oh my god, this guy got a fortune. Fucking payout.
Fair enough.
Can you say that one more time, Juno? I didn't hear what he said he got.
A fortune. Fucking payout.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Uh,
94107. It's my new zip code, or will be my new zip code.
nice.
Yeah, Residential, 200 megabits per second, month to month, $60 a month, no contract. Fucking blessed.
No contract. You're
Pop.
free to do whatever you want.
Or you can pay a year up front and do $50 a month. And they literally don't provide any hardware, so you can't be billed for any hardware.
Ooh, that's
Someone just say Squidward?
Cooper.
Yes.
Cooper.
Lynn's new dog, Squidward.
Sounded like Squidward to me.
why are these guys disabled all of a sudden? What's going on?
Alright. Time to figure out what I'm gonna play.
What does this chest here do?
It aligns items so that they fall into the hopper.
Oh. In stone. Oh, so it kind of like. Okay.
Yeah,
You get it?
It like pushes them out just a little bit.
yeah, because chests are less than 1 block wide.
Yeah.
So
And then the hopper is like the next block over. Interesting.
I'm not sweating yet.
Damn, I really didn't get
Oh, you'll get there.
Probably.
a cloak.
It's actually getting kind of cold tonight.
these
Baby, it's cold.
why?
I bought more seltzer today, everyone.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm proud of you, I think.
60 cans for $10.
You sound really
Is that
proud of it.
everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's such a good price.
Am I kidding you? I don't know.
Have you ever bought seltzer before? Do you know?
Bro,
Do you know
don't
what it
even,
costs?
bro, don't even start with me. Okay?
It's already been started.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, it began for sure.
This fucking guy. You know? Have you even bought seltzer?
I'm just
Bro.
saying, if you're not wowed by that price, you're
Bro.
entitled.
That's how you making me feel right now.
Hmm.
Constipated?
Yeah. That's
You're
my
welcome.
general feeling, yeah. I'm gonna lose this fucking game.
It happens.
Nah, not to me.
Guy's a grandmaster.
Cassiopeia. I don't think I buy this. Gonna be honest. You need fucking.
we have
Oh,
a
there
lot
we go.
of these sorted.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. This is looking real juicy. Alright, what kind of items do I make here? Well, at least I'm not 8th. There we go. ZZ Rot. RSC. Wow. My Katarina just altered nothing. Damn. Oh, Warlord banner? It's lit. I can sell ribbon. And I can sell pie. Add an assassin. sold that cast. Fuck.
Buy another one.
Dude,
Dude.
give me a fucking break, bro.
My bad.
Give me a break. You know?
Oh, that one. Heard of that.
No, you haven't. Warlord set.
You want a shovel, by the way?
I don't think I'm gonna have to break a whole lot of it. Mostly cobble.
That's what they all say.
It's true, I do always.
Oh, I took the fortune guy out. Let's go. $72. What would I put in? 4 keyword. That sounds pretty good, actually. I could do that. Oh, my God, 3-item carousel? It's lit. Mystic or Fort Keeper? This guy's. Oh, they're all AD. Fuck, I'm not gonna have enough to level. Can I tank one? I have to sack one. I don't think I can afford to sack one. I gotta level.
You good, man?
Yeah. Just,
Ooh, top 4. I don't lose LP today. Let's go, guys. We did it.
Yeah, let's
All
go.
of us. We.
Mhm.
Good job, everyone. Everyone pat yourselves on the back.
Please. Do I need Mystic? What do you guys think? Do I need Mystic? No, I don't need Mystic.
Nah.
You don't need it. No
How
lo
could I be so
lesosito.
stupid? How could I be so stupid?
It's kind of embarrassing that you even asked. But
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
Fuck, down
cringing.
on it, though.
Literally cringing right now.
Oh, bro.
I'm really cringing right now.
You know? I'm gonna actually win this. Oh my god. I have double crit glove set, and he just one shot some guy's entire fucking team. Jesus Christ, that shit is hilarious. Oh my god. I think I'm playing this guy next. Let's see. Move this guy up, that guy out.
61.
Actually, this looks pretty good. Oh, I'm not playing that guy. Oh no, I am playing that guy.
Yeah, does we know who's playing next?
Yeah, I am, honestly. What the hey, dude?
He says, "Hey, what a wonderful kind day."
I'm trying to decide what else we would need in there.
What'd you say, Way?
I don't know what other categories we need, to be honest.
We'll figure it out as we go. Can we send we could do like multiple of items through a single hopper too, can't we?
No. that
Really?
breaks it. I was trying it earlier. If you want to
Really?
do that, you have to set up like multiple, basically like a main hopper feeding into several other hoppers that all feed into the same chest.
Oh yeah, because I guess if one filled up, it would start pulling items out of the one with less,
Yeah.
and you'd lose the whole slot.
I tried doing like wheat and seeds in one of them.
Yeah.
And it dragged the dirt because it powered the redstone further. It dragged like the dirt, like the placement.
Oh, it took those out.
Yeah, it took like the
Yikes.
dirt out, and so of like the adjacent chests.
Yeah.
So it breaks the rest of the system if you do that.
Whack.
Yeah.
Quack.
Quack, dude.
Yeah, I was just about to say. You copied me, bro. Down.
Yeah, I pre-copied you.
Kinda nuts.
Pretty good like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want to borrow an axe too while you're at this or no?
No, I never mess up.
Okay.
I could sense the judgment in his voice, bro.
He asked because I specifically messed up in front of him. So. The little pause was really what did it.
Just realized I never upgraded my buy, even though I've passed like a million buys. Oh. Oops.
Wow, what a fucking idiot.
Honestly, yeah.
Embarrassing.
Wow, I won. What's up with that?
What's up with it?
You know, I've never watched a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up special before.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, actually. Like, allegedly he does stand-up, but like, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Talking about airline peanuts and stuff, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Guess how much I get for a win in this fucking
4.
ELO?
2.
39 LP, dude.
That seems kind of high.
39?
That's. I feel like that is not fair, bro. No way, bro.
Check the elo of the rest of your lobby.
Huh?
Check the elo of the rest of your lobby.
Oh, when you get a Masters, you're automatically matched against only.
Like, yeah, check their like LP and shit.
Yeah. Huh?
What's their LP though?
Oh, I don't know. But I always get 39 per win. I have the last 4 times I won. So, I don't know. I don't know if my MMR is just shit or something. Like, the fuck? 39. That seems like it should be like the very minimum.
39 just means you're playing in lobbies that your elo is higher than, or
In Master, is
higher
it
than
just
the expert lobby.
everybody doing like the same 3, trying to get the same 3 comps, and then it's just luck and money management?
Does reaction not become like a
it's
thing?
less
Are there
than
counters?
It was in previous patches.
Mechanics are less, not that high though.
Oh.
I would say people are stronger, so you get punished harder. Like people know when to like. Okay, basically like, what you're supposed to do nowadays is you like do kind of like a small roll down, I guess at like level 7 and 8.
Slow burn.
Well, the thing is, like in lower elo, my experience was people just gradually change their boards to become stronger.
Oh,
Whereas in this elo, people do it in like one fucking turn. So if you are not fast, you lose like a ton of HP.
Okay, yeah, I guess mechanics do matter in that regard then.
Yeah, I think that's the only mechanical thing that's really different. And people know how to position, which is always annoying to play against. And people do shit like they'll have, like for example, they'll have a Zephyr on a unit, and they'll have a duplicate of that unit on their bench.
Oh,
And
I do that
after
shit.
every round, they'll sell that unit, put the duplicate unit on, and then they'll change the position of their Zephyr so they can always Zephyr you, your carry. Like it's like shit like that. Like
The micro. Of
what? That's fucking sweaty as shit, dude.
Wait, I
Like,
used to do that.
course it's sweaty.
it's so sweaty. dude.
Imagine being
Yeah.
surprised by sweat.
I am not to that extent. Like I'll put an item on like right before the fight begins, shit like that. But
I guess that's why you're only in Masters, dude.
yeah, I guess. Jesus Christ. But it's a lot of people playing Warwick right now. Again.
Warwick.
Their build is just all Warwicks.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. He's
Oh, I
pretty
see.
good.
If you dig down a little, you'll see the giant hole I started digging off from the crack.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
If you go down the stairs,
You just started a giant, like under here.
to your right. No. The stairs that are right of the door.
I don't know if you've played Warlord, John, but
Oh, the other
I think
staircase.
Warlord is very underrated right now, in my opinion.
I don't know what I've played.
Okay. Well, I like Warlord. I like playing
I
it.
did
Oh yeah, there's some missing netherrack there.
Elderwood
So if you go down
last
to the
game I
right,
played.
Brawler is kind of bad right now. I mean, it's
Oh.
now you see it.
Yeah.
The reason I made it to Tier 2 was because I got a
Excellent.
level 2 set.
That's what I was digging off.
Yeah.
This entire time.
honestly.
Were you getting bricks?
Yeah, I was getting bricks.
Okay.
Level 2 of most legendary units are just better than a lot of synergies, to be honest. Like, it's
True.
just, I mean, that's just how the game is balanced right now. I mean, it's not a bad thing because they're so expensive. But
Just a happy little balance accident.
No one else wants to play with us.
That's
wow.
true.
Wow. What about Gabby?
She's in the lobby.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Aran, would you like in?
Sure.
All right.
Now that she knows Gabby's there.
I was about to apply for a job, but then I read that I have to make another cover letter.
It's-
Cover letter,
you just
so I'm
copy
not
paste.
doing it. It's different job.
Then pick a different job to apply for.
It's like a firm requirement that you have to have a cover letter.
Yeah.
that's kinda
Typically.
nuts. What?
Bullshit.
Do you guys not use cover letters?
Cover letter and resume.
I've done cover letters, but it's only for jobs I like actually want to get. You know what I mean?
You apply for jobs you don't want?
Well, I've definitely applied for jobs I don't want.
I mean, yeah, that's what I did when I was on unemployment, but like if I was actually looking for a job, right? You do the cover letter, right? I don't.
Because sometimes I'll apply to jobs and I'm like, I don't really care about this, and I
Just
don't
don't
wanna
apply.
spend 5 minutes making a cover letter for that. And I'm just mass applying to stuff. You know what I mean? You ever
That'd
just
be a
mass
one.
apply to stuff?
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
I've applied in the last, well, we'll say 4 years to probably 2,000 plus jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, dude.
And
You ever get like? Does it
Never
ever
got a
feel
single one.
you
soul-wrenching
never wrote a single cover
applying to
letter?
So many jobs.
No,
Wow, imagine how many interviews you would have had if you like actually wrote.
Nah.
I wrote cover letters. I had a lot of. I must have like individual cover letters. I probably wrote 40, but I would have one that was like just generic enough because they were all entry level roles.
Yeah.
That like I don't have a ton of experience to talk about.
Well, that's what I'm suggesting is write a generic cover letter or use a mostly generic cover letter like template or something like that.
Oh yeah,
that's
I'll
what I
write
did.
it generic.
Yeah. But even then, I would still put the cover letter on every application. Like, and I just, you know, if I
I didn't put it on every app.
don't know, if I didn't care about the job enough, I would just like still write a cover letter, but just like not spend a lot of time on it.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is I feel like most places don't even actually fucking read it. Like,
They probably don't, but their HR system probably scans it for relevant text.
Some people
Just
do.
like resumes and
Some
stuff.
people put keywords in resumes at like 4-point font in white.
Yep. And put it at the bottom in white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn, why are you such a fucking asshole, bro?
What?
No Taman, no care. Come on, bro.
Where? Oh, in cave hoppers or something?
Yeah.
Who knows that? I don't have to beat around the bush.
You don't have to say it, bro. What if he cares about the people that are showing up there?
It's over.
Yeah.
It says watch live and group chat with K-pop fans. You don't want to watch. You don't want to watch live.
No.
It's like, is it like a tournament style and Cayman's out or what?
This is like a different. This is the MMAs. I'm watching the MAMAs.
Oh, I thought the acronym was like, I was like, this is the same acronym, right?
No.
Now I see.
Mamas? The MAMAs?
Yeah, the moms.
Wait, the modern performance is even out yet?
No, it's tonight.
Oh, it's tonight. Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna go make a drink.
I'm not gonna be awake for that.
Ooh, making a drink.
I'm going to sleep after this.
Dude, I've been drinking a beer every night for like the last 2 weeks because of my dad. This is.
You are a dad now.
I'm kind of tired of it now.
Does he make you drink it?
No.
So is it actually because of your dad then?
I mean, it's just like, he's like, he'll get one and he's like, you want one? I'll just say yes. You know what I mean?
So it's your fault.
Oh, I got a new mouse.
Oh, what did you get?
Well, my mouse came the
Oh.
703.
Bro, something's up with my internet. It's not
Destroy
good.
it. Get rid of it
I'll just move in 6 or 7 weeks.
and get
How about
a rate
It's
limited
a long time to have.
Keck W, dude.
I mean, I'm not paying for this internet, so.
Wait, why can't I purchase? Oh my god, I moved out of the base. Okay.
You can move back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, get in there, big boy. Wait, that guy traded me Caitlyn for Garen. I had Garen originally, and then he traded you?
No, it was just
A modern twist on a classic cocktail.
Why did he ask me for a trade then?
I don't know.
What? I'm confused. Oh, you pulled that, or that guy pulled him into my trap. Oh, he just died.
How much another brick do you need?
Why are you here?
Probably several. Wait, is Cooper in there?
Yeah. Leave Lily alone.
That's what I'm saying.
Poor Louis. Isn't he getting a taste of his own medicine though?
What do you mean?
No.
Didn't he used
Something
to?
that-
Oh no, that was Deacon that bothered Mishu.
Something that I didn't know is that my stepmom has a dog that's going to be moving in eventually too.
Hmm.
With Eddie. Yeah.
Is Eddie okay with other dogs?
If they leave him alone, yeah.
Okay. What kind of dog is it? Do you know?
Beagle.
Ooh,
I like
Aw.
beagles.
they're okay.
I like all dogs. I'm like
You like beagles or eagles better?
beagles or eagles?
Yeah,
Beagles.
that's weird. You call yourself an American, dude?
Oh my god.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
I didn't know where that was going, but
Would you
somehow
rather
it's
be a
still.
golden retriever or a bald eagle?
I should have, I guess. I don't know.
What do you guys think?
I don't like this.
One's more American?
Yeah.
Bald eagle.
Well, one of
I
them's
mean-
from America, so I guess that one would be more American.
My
Is
man
that
Beef
obviously
Franks
the
wanted us to have the
question?
turkey as the
Beef Franks.
yeah. He wanted us to have the turkey as the
Oh,
American
nailed
symbol.
it.
That makes sense, except turkeys are kind of idiots, so I guess that's not really that.
No, that makes sense
good
actually.
representation. Actually, yeah, you're right. Dude, if our mascot was a turkey, that would be kind of lame, though. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure. But maybe we only think that way because it's not already a turkey, you know?
Can you imagine all that bald eagle merchandise if instead of an eagle, it was just a fucking turkey on it?
It would be my
Can't
turkey.
imagine.
I don't know what to do.
Get
What,
them.
an ARAM?
He was making fun of that one school that has a turkey for a mascot.
Dude, who? What's? I actually don't know. I've
There
never
has to
heard
be
of a
one.
school with a turkey.
Has to be one.
Public Virginia Tech.
What?
It's a
Really?
hoagie. It's basically a turkey.
I don't know what a hokey is.
Yeah.
Hope
what?
You do the hokey
Never
turkey
heard
and
of
A honky?
not. I don't think it's honky.
The much beloved bird is a orange and maroon turkey. It is literally turkey.
Oh, okay, then I was right.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Well,
What's better, a turkey or a turtle?
Turtle.
turtle.
I'm dying.
I'm obligated to say that.
You know a turtle.
Fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
fries.
I'm also obligated to say that I had a pet turtle at one point.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you
The
did.
UMD alumni board obligates me to say that.
Wow, I bet you give them money too.
Ooh, I almost got
Oh
that
my
Zyra.
God, I'm just lag spiking constantly.
Stop. I was like, why won't this dirt stack? And then I was like, oh, this is uwu.
Yeah.
Discord's like miserable for me right now because it just cuts people.
Hmm.
Like I know it's none of your mics because it just sounds like it's dropping packets when you're talking.
Yeah, I can hear you
Super.
cutting out a little bit when you talk too.
It
don't know
sucks.
if you
I don't
just
know.
heard-
I have no idea what's happening.
Is Cooper in your room still?
Yeah, he's in my room.
Cooper! Go
He's fucking with
away!
my internet.
Why don't you pick him up and put him back out?
Because then I have to get up.
Got him.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm making a lot of them.
I mean, just walk back to tower, move him, walk back.
To tower?
You guys are playing ARAM, right?
Her computer now?
No.
Oh,
ARAM. In game.
I thought you were just saying-
Put your character somewhere safe.
I was like, what? Why are you calling your computer tower?
Sorry, you go walk back to your rig.
Yeah. Oil rig. Oh
We used to like have this friend and he would just always call computers rigs.
I
Like,
hate that.
I mean, it's like fine. People say that on Reddit or whatever, right? But he would only use the word rig. Only. There was no variation. Yeah, and I was like, he seems kind of obsessed with the word rig. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Rig being used with like music setups.
Ooh, yeah.
Same.
I was thinking trucks, but yeah, that's good too.
Wait,
Those are
I've
big
never heard of
rigs.
Big rigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oil
Big
rig.
rig over the road racing. That's what I game on my rig.
Because everyone on fucking Reddit, it was like the thing to talk about having a job at a fucking oil rig for some reason.
Rigs. Oil.
Why they get paid a lot?
You ever, yeah, they pay a lot. That's why.
The only rigs that Jinwoo knows is the Rigs Alumni Center.
My friend's older brother worked for Schlumberger in Siberia.
Sorry, it's called what?
Doesn't sound like a real name, bro.
It is an oil company.
It doesn't sound real.
It sounds like a fucking Rick and Morty joke or something. I don't know. Because they do the whole Shangela thing.
Super miserable. I mean, he got a lot of money, but
Yeah.
he said it was super miserable because like his first week, he had to fix the satellite that was giving all of the information to the fucking rig.
Hmm.
He had no idea what he was doing. He had like no training, but he's like they're basically like it's your shift. You have to figure it out.
Jesus. That's
General consensus, right? Because you're like separated from friends and family for like months.
yeah, what are you gonna do? Argue?
Yeah. But they pay a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, because you might die.
Yes.
Yeah. Danger pay.
Just wait till you get tanky. That's all you gotta do.
Cooper, leave him alone.
Oil tanky?
It's like the same reason fucking Gogo went to Afghanistan or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay is good.
I applied to a job and actually got invited to interview, but I ended up declining it. It was to work for a shipping company. Well, not a shipping company, but like a shipbuilding company.
Ooh.
And they had a contract with the Iraqi military.
Nice.
I'm in bed.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Thanks for letting us know.
that is information I did need.
He wouldn't understand. Doesn't play Minecraft.
Bro. Fucking Minecraft,
Yeah.
dude.
There's
Fucking
technical-
Hey, do you have a shovel?
I like
Yeah,
black.
we're actually currently smelting, so
You have a shovel?
Black. I meant to say
yeah.
that.
You intimidated
Oh,
him.
wait.
It's okay.
that's
Sick, thanks.
There you go.
I get it.
I have a 4,000 gold right now.
I remember the contract
In TFT?
that I would
No.
have gotten for
That would
that
be
job
insane.
was you get
Uh-huh.
paid
I
60K
wanna know.
as like your annual salary for 6 months, and then when you would do a 6-month rotation, you get double pay when you were in Iraq.
Damn.
Spicy.
Honestly, I still probably wouldn't do it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Surprise! I've never been to Iraq.
Wow, you're so bigoted, bro.
They apparently have like literally one port. There's only one spot where Iraq has like any access to a body of water.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've looked at a map before.
Have you?
Just one?
I was just joking.
Just wanted to look cool.
Yeah.
Guess what, dude? You
All
did
the
it.
non-flat earthers, dude. I gotta fit in.
Ow, what is that? The spinning thing.
Me when I
Spinning?
spin?
There's like a blue spinning skill in the middle of that.
Blue spinning skill. I have no idea what you're talking
Who are you
about.
playing against?
Oh, it's Sejuani ulti.
Oh,
It freezes if you stay in it.
My ping just randomly spikes to like 200.
Yeah, I should
not
probably
cool.
die and buy.
I think I'm just gonna go full tank. Is that allowed?
Hey, do I go Immortal
So
Shield,
random.
bro? I don't
render.
even-
In area.
I don't think you go Immortal Shield Bow against this comp.
Okay, I'll
I don't know that it
Kraken
helps you
Slayer.
much.
Kraken Slayer, dude. I'm ready. I'm ready to rumble.
Man, it feels nice to be able to stretch on my desk without worrying about pulling the headset cable.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say about that Netflix movie with what's his name in it? It just made me laugh because a lot of the main characters, even though it's set in like the South/Midwest, they were like British actors.
Oh, the Tom Holland one?
Yeah, the Tom Holland and it was Robert Pattinson and like some other guy that I.
Dude, that's me hearing fucking Hugh Laurie talk at an award show for
Oh.
the first time.
And then wait, Hugh Laurie, dude.
Yeah, House?
Oh yeah, I guess he played House. Yeah.
Yeah, he's British.
Yeah. And then fucking one of the Skarsgård brothers was like Tom Holland's character's dad. I'm like, none of these people are American.
Skarsgårds are all Swedes, right?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're Swedes.
Does sound Nordic.
Dude, Robert Pattinson does a pretty good like weird, grimy pastor Southern accent.
It's
Yeah.
oddly specific, but
Twilight
okay.
ruined him.
That was his character.
I like him a lot.
Well,
Ever since he did a AMA on Reddit, I've just been a big Robert Pattinson fanboy.
When Twilight came out and they were like pumping that Volvo, I still love that Volvo that he drove in Twilight.
the what?
Nice.
The Volvo.
car.
The vulva.
No, don't think he drove that. Well, not on screen.
Not on screen.
You don't know that.
Gabby's had some sick stunts this game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. Oh no, I let Gabby die. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She sent me a text and said, "Fuck that guy." To lie.
I don't know what Sean gonna pull at this time.
Sean loves lying about Gabby's character.
Slander. It's my favorite hobby.
Dude. I've seen John say some very slanderous things in my day,
Wow.
Your
in my
single day?
lifetime. Yeah, in this single day, you have.
Kill me?
Thank
Wow,
you.
there he goes slandering again.
I don't have heal. That might be. Why?
Oh,
Help me.
This is a very cursed sound.
It's fun being this tanky. This Ash, I think, is also building pretty bad. Like, what are these items? I don't think any of her items.
Here's your
well,
shovel back.
Work, I don't hate, but
Oh, thanks.
I still don't think it's that good. I think she would be much better off with a lot, basically any other item.
Ugh.
She should have gone Kraken,
From
and
one
then
other
she should have
brick.
gone.
It is smelting.
Bloodthirster, and then
There's
Wraith
also
Blade.
8 stacks of it in the Hobbit hole that are currently smelting.
Oh.
Speaking of Hobbit holes, Ivy and her family are watching Lord of the Rings right now.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna say they're moving or something. I was like, what the fuck?
No, dude.
Like, Ivy and her family live in a hobbit hole. Like, whoa, dude, what are you talking about?
How's Ivy
I
doing
have-
today? I mean, obviously bad, but
Yeah, but I think they had
all
like a
things
couple
considered.
extra days to process, so I think it's been, not as bad as it could be, for sure.
I felt like at one point I was very counterproductive when I talked to her. Like,
I don't think so. I think it.
well, not
I
her.
know what you're
directly,
talking about, but
but yeah, with her
yeah.
mom.
yeah, well, her mom was actually a lot better about it today.
Guys, I just want to heal a little bit.
I mean,
Stand
I think
still.
her mom definitely is taking it way harder than the rest of them.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Ivy asked off work, and Hang was like, "Did you ask off work when your dog died? I don't think so."
What the fuck?
Jeez,
Like
Louise.
casually or like seriously?
I don't know.
I mean,
Can't tell.
that's just Asian parents.
Mm.
Most Asian parents. I'm
Man.
just gonna be honest. Like that's the type of shit. That they do.
Ooh.
My mom and Ivy's mom are just big softies. That's why.
I'm not fighting.
Brutal Hang.
Quit.
Alright, I'll run away. It's fine. I'm very tanky and I heal a lot. It's my passive.
You feel a lot?
Well, that's my real life passive.
Okay.
But also, I was gonna say about them watching Lord of the Rings. It's their first time watching the Lord of the Rings series.
Are they watching all of them today?
Well, I think they were watching them yesterday too.
For another
So
brick,
it's like a
Jelly.
multiple
Yeah.
thing.
Hobbit hole. Nah.
But
don't think I
it's
have
just
any
crazy to
Travis
me that
Scott
especially the twins haven't seen it.
Where-
Like, I
where
thought
would
it
it
was
be?
Right up their alley.
Oh,
feel.
Hobbit
It is
hole.
right up their alley. That's what I was
Hobbit
like.
hole.
Right.
OG
Right
Hobbit
up
hole.
their
Yeah.
hole. Ew. No, I don't want to say that. That sounds wrong.
No.
Forgot about
I've
how many
never
Hobbit
watched
holes
a
we have.
Star Wars movie or a Lord of the Rings movie.
I watched all the Star Wars
Hey,
movies.
thanks for all the help.
Yeah,
John.
Lynn watched both of those.
I live
Can you guys-
vicariously through Lynn via Star Wars.
Or she's
And by
running
live
away and you press
vicariously,
R.
I mean I asked her what her rating was, I think.
What am I supposed to do?
Or you put it all on Twitter once, and I was like, okay.
Moral
I'll just
support,
take
bro.
this for
Run
face
at her
value.
too. But yeah, I'm very proud of Ivy and the way she handled everything. So
She called me yesterday
Mm-hmm.
and was talking to me while she was watching stuff with her family, like whispering in Discord, and she's like, "They don't know that I'm." What? It was very confusing for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they were together like for the last 2 days, like the whole fucking time.
Are you still going over there?
Huh? Yeah, I went over there on Thursday and today.
No.
Oh yeah, because you were a maybe tomorrow, right? Because you had something.
Yeah, you're supposed to deliver my goods.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lynn. Speaking of goods,
Yeah.
Ivy has
Wait.
goods for you. I
Cool.
ordered you at your
I forgot about that, Lynn. Holy crap.
goods.
Forgot about the goods.
Oh shit! I gotta get my
Forgot I
hat
was
from
supposed to
Ivy
do
before I
that
move to
tomorrow.
San Francisco.
You got a what?
You know,
Get my
It's
hat
not a
from
big
Ivy
deal.
that I bought in fucking January of this year.
Ooh, chiseled nether brick.
I mean, to be
Mm.
fair, there were some circumstances that happened this year that prevented that from.
Yes, I
From
know.
coming to
This is not
fruition.
me complaining about her. This is just like I just haven't fucking gotten
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No, I know. I'm just saying, it just made me laugh.
She offered to
'Cause I
ship it to me
remembered.
like multiple times. I was like, no, just give it to
Yeah.
me.
I was like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, we should have just fucking shipped it. Like at this point.
Definitely.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to help you.
It's
I find
okay.
shit.
You can watch. I
I'm
got
actually
one.
currently
I
wearing
got one of them.
Ivy's hat.
Oh, what'd you say, Way?
I'm currently wearing Ivy's hat, actually.
Why are you wearing a hat?
I don't know. I've just become very attached to wearing dad hats. I don't know
Where
why.
are all of you?
Which hat did you
well,
get?
you're also in
Minecraft.
The
No.
stone-colored one. The
what?
stone-colored crab one.
Oh, lame. B hats
Yeah.
only.
I have both, cause I'm a real one. You know what I mean?
Real what?
One.
Real boyfriend, I guess.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, you're welcome.
Who dat?
Fine.
It's Kanoff.
What's up?
Are you drunk
Are
again?
you still at home? I don't remember when you're going back.
After New Year's.
Okay.
You drinking? You drinking with me, Kenneth?
Fine.
Holy
What
moly.
the
This guy
fuck?
might be the dumbest guy I ever met in my life.
Hey, man.
I'm in bed.
Stuff going on, you know? Parents.
No. I was drunk earlier than anyway.
Why?
I went to my mom's.
I'm in bed, Way.
friend's.
I'm on the way. I'm
Dude,
on the
are
way.
Okay.
are you just destined to get COVID at this point?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No,
You've
no,
been
he's
going.
got that.
You've been meeting a lot of people, bro.
He's got
Yeah,
those
but these
Southeast
people
Asian
are.
genes.
Should I just try to fight them and see what happens?
I'm lagging so hard. It's a good
Wait,
thing
my
I'm playing fucking
cousin's
tank.
invited me to an ARAM.
Weird.
Vivian's playing.
No. Ethan and Megan. I don't think you guys know.
Hey, I know Ethan.
Yeah, we played with Ethan before, didn't we? Or no? Am I crazy?
No,
Oh,
that was
XX
someone else.
Ethan XX dude.
Wait, I
Who's
think
the-
John's thinking of
Vincent.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, wait. John's right, actually.
the young one we played with before, who was like a child before. He's like in 9th grade or something. Crazy.
Gabby's dead.
No, that one was Vincent.
Pour one out.
Yeah.
You racist.
It's not
Ethan and
racist,
Vincent are
it's-
kind of like
I just know
similar
they're
tier
fucking
names.
related to you, bro.
Similar to your names?
Yeah, yeah.
They're
It's
private
like
school boy names.
yeah,
What the fuck? There's a plural
private school
inside
white
the-
boy names.
Exactly.
You want a
Across the
Kevin?
names.
You want a Kevin?
What?
Kevin
I'm
Trandy?
coming,
Kevin
John.
Naguya?
Nagu.
That is not a private school boy name. If that's what you're asking.
No, I'm asking. Like, you're saying this is a white boy name. I'm
We
giving you an
managed to
Asian
kill
name.
Kevin's a just a everyone name. Just a every
No.
guy in the universe name.
Universe.
Kevin Naguyen, dude.
I guess I'm not part of the universe because I'm not named Kevin.
That's true.
Same.
That is how it works. Yeah.
What Jim was trying to say is Kevin has no ethnic or racial bounds.
I think he's just saying that I'm not part of the
Wait,
universe.
they just let me kill everybody?
It was pretty cool. I liked it.
Are there any Kevins in the Bible?
I don't think so.
Depending on what religion you follow, maybe. The Jonas Brothers probably have them in there.
Are there any Kevins in the
I'm
Bible?
sorry, what?
First of all, a true Jonas Brothers fan would know that Kevin is the worst one, bro. Come on.
I mean,
No, Kevin is an Irish name
Ah.
Kevon.
originally.
even if he's the worst one though.
Korean people have such a hard on for Christian names. Why do they name so many of their kids Kevin?
True.
Are there that many? You said Korean? I don't think there's that many Korean Kevins.
I know a ton of Korean Kevins,
I haven't.
You
I
know
haven't
a ton of
met
Koreans in general, Jinwoo. Just putting that one out there.
Dude might be Korean, honestly. I'm starting to think at
Also,
this point.
Vietnamese people are generally Catholic too. You know.
Yeah. Catholics don't do the name thing as much,
Yeah, I guess that's true.
unless they're Irish.
We just go.
Who should I
Hey,
go on?
Kenneth.
Her. Yeah, her.
Oh
I
no,
just
I
die
can't.
instantly. I don't do anything.
I'm lagging so hard. Holy.
Oh no, I'm dead. Hey,
I
Kenneth.
don't
I
know
know-
what to do.
He's not
Like,
I know
here.
so many Korean Jonathans.
Yeah, Jonathan has got to be Jonathan, David, Matthew,
Yep. Christian names, books of the Bible. Yep.
Chris.
Jonathan,
Christophers.
David, Matthew, Chris, and actually a lot of Eugenes too.
I don't know
Ah,
if
yes,
that's
the Book of
a
Eugene.
Biblical name though. Eugene's definitely not.
What
I
other
think
names?
Chris is.
Oh, Kenneth,
Oh,
you're
he's
here.
right.
Is Teresa named after Mother Teresa?
Mm,
no.
Kind of,
I'm
not
I mean,
really.
Chris is short for Christopher, which literally has Christ in it.
What do you mean, kind of, not really? I need to know. Oh my god, they just ended it, bro. What the fuck, bro?
Y'all trash. I'm so good.
Who said that?
Darius.
Random.
Dude, come on. I gotta honor that guy.
John,
So
did you
rude.
pull your cows recently?
Toe-proof because
No.
we were so trash and he was so
What?
good.
What happened to them all?
Which is why he was 1 and 17.
I don't know.
Just guess I'm refilling the cow pit because there's like 6 of them in there now.
The cows are gone?
Yeah, do you want to play?
A lot of them are.
I'm in an ARAM, dude.
Guess we needed leather.
Dude, how could you not abandon your cousins to play with us? That's fucked up.
What you oh my god, everyone's throwing.
Yeah, we see who your real family is.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Kenneth, Warlords is strong, so you should play it.
I've been playing it, dude.
Yeah. Continue.
I mean, there's always a few pillagers, right? There's never just one.
One of the first John's face through the door.
They must have, maybe they fell in through the lake up above.
Face.
Fuck.
It's 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Maybe they've been killing the cows.
13 kills, dude. What's
Cow
going on?
died because he shot me, this motherfucker.
Sounds like an inting game.
There might be a little.
Oh, there's an Enderman in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, and pillager. He's on the ladder, dude. This pillager's up on the ladder.
Alright.
He's using it to his advantage.
Yeah.
Behind you.
Behind me. Oh, no.
I see. Yeah, he's on the
I
ladder.
was looking at the other ladder.
Okay, bye everyone.
Oh, they went down the channel. I see.
Wait, what? What's
They went
happening?
down
Are
the
you
channel.
guys playing Minecraft or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything was fine until a moment ago.
I'm just gonna go shower and go to sleep.
Okay.
You gonna wake up for your thing?
Yeah.
Gotta be up in time for Korean time.
What time is it? EST?
4 a.m. EST.
Okay. Nope. Considered it for half a second. My half second is over. Oh, I should get some milk.
Hmm. Got no ideas on how else to decorate this building.
At some point, we'll need a roof or some access to the back.
Yeah. We've got the access set up, sort of. Mostly.
Nice.
There's a ladder, and I just left it open.
Good enough.
But yeah. I mean, right now I'm just planning to fill in the roof with nether brick once we have nether brick. Gotta wait on you.
Yeah, I don't know what to filter the rest of the chest with.
A matter of being ready for it, I guess.
I guess I'll just lock them all for the time being then, so that they don't accidentally break.
What would break?
Well, I'll just lock them so that they don't accidentally become extra item filters that we didn't intend for them.
Oh, like if something falls into the open slot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh them. All right, cool. I'm just gonna get off.